They're laughing at the American people right now. They're laughing at you standing out here. Everything they write on the walls of this Capitol building goes against everything they're fucking doing in there. Stand up. Doing the right thing. Fight for your integrity. And fight for the American spirit.
What are you looking for? Oh, I had some. I got some.
What is up? Welcome back to Unspecified Podcast. Michael, thank you so much for that like. Bro Fist. Good to see you folks. So, sorry for the impromptu live. It just seems like there's a situation forming here in Salem, Oregon. There are two Bearcat MRAP armored vehicles with what look to be active denial systems, in my opinion. Construction of Soul, what's up? Good to see everybody. Forgive me while I share my link out.
I tell you what, I didn't come out here just to yell at a bullhorn. I came out here because I have hope. I have hope that I can share my spirit, my American dream, my American spirit with somebody out here that may stand with me tomorrow. When I say, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to be a better American.
Pax heavy.
Stand with
Say.
me.
Woot woot. What's up, Pax?
Little tiny kid. That's our future right there.
Richard, Brofist, thank you so much for the like, brother.
That's right.
Seems like there's a situation forming in Oregon. Welcome back, everybody.
I tell you what, somebody wants to step into my home and corrupt my children against me and what we do.
Thank you so much, Karen.
Because what is right is right and what is wrong, and we know the difference. These people in here, they forgot what is right. They forgot what is wrong. There's somewhere in between where everything is kind of okay. That's not okay with me. It shouldn't be okay with you.
Kutella,
What's right
Brofist.
is right, what's wrong is wrong. And voting him out, I just heard somebody say vote him out. Fuck you!
Alright, so it's definitely spicy.
Hey, check out the rainbow.
Soldier Boy, Brofist. Since these are Trump supporters, the ADS might actually get used this time. Unfortunately, Karen, we're right on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
They ain't got room in the fucking jails for all of us.
Alright, I think I've got my links sent out to everywhere except for the new Discord.
Well, here's
The old Discord has passed away. We said goodbye to it today. Sadly. But not too sadly.
Giving nothing back to the community. Yeah, here we are. Taxpayers, hard-working Americans. Who give back to them. Who uplift each other. Who stand together in real unity. This is criminal what they're doing. Man, it's okay for them.
That's right, vote. That is absolutely right. Hey, thank you so much for that upvote. And that echo over on Parler. Brofist, thank you.
Yeah, perspective. And they can take down the Oregon flag. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're put up the Trump flag. They are trying to put up the Trump flag.
We need everybody, bring everybody
Bro fist man.
So I was just talking to someone.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the support, man.
So this little occupied zone isn't really moving like the occupied zones that we've seen from
Charles. That's absolutely
Antifa
right,
and the
man.
left. I'm not sure what's going on with this. Well, here's the thing. So here's
Freedom
the thing.
Lover
People are saying,
777, thank you
and
so
I
much
get
for the
it,
follow
it looks
over on
like
Parler.
Patriots are attacking the police. Not necessarily the case. Patriots are trying to get into meetings and talk to people who are in charge. Well,
And they
people
want to
in
do it
charge
now.
Order the police to go and do something. So police then end up being in
There
the
should be
front,
thousands
standing
of
between
Oregonians
Patriots
out, but I don't understand what
and
this
those
protest
in
is
office,
about.
those in power or whatever. So it's not
Comment
that people
over
are
on
going against the
Parler.
police. It's police are obeying.
It's all over the place.
Orders.
Yeah. Good to hear from you, Cheddar. Over on Parler. Construction. Okay, cool.
166025 164 something. I would be subject for arrest because I am on
The
Capitol
mind
grounds.
steadies. Said. New
If they
girls
were to come
clenched
out,
fist.
I would be arrested because I actually am on Capitol grounds. Those people out there who are
The Mind
standing or
Steaders,
not,
what's up?
There's probably about 20 of us up here right now, 15 of us that are officially on Capitol grounds that could possibly be arrested if they came out.
Oh boy. Patriots getting real.
The cops are going to, let me see what that said. The cops are going to have to make a decision where they stand. So here's the thing. You know, a lot of this stuff, you know, Civil War and martial law and all this type of jazz, cops aren't going to make a stand until they're made to make a stand. We are not going to make them make a stand. So,
It is peaceful.
so there's some rumors going on. Just a moment. What's the rumors?
So there was a gal here works for like or whatever, and she's here to support.
Yeah.
People contacted her and said the cops are coming in. They're gonna come into both sides. They're gonna arrest everybody.
Okay. Well, all right.
Well, I was supposed to stand on the sidewalk and go, what?
What? All right. So there's rumors flying from someone who's in the know. Oh, you're whatever. That took me a minute. I'm in media mode right now. I'm like, that there's actually, I guess, Lynn County police who are coming up and they're going to kettle people. So anybody out here will be arrested. That's the rumors at this point.
There are
So they're going
rumors
to come in
that there
from
will
that
be
side
arrests.
there, down the street, and come in from this side. So we'll see. So let's see. Take a little walk. We'll walk around a little bit.
That news doesn't surprise me, Karen. Unfortunately.
It's been a big day. If you guys are just tuning in and watching, major things happening here in Salem, Oregon, which is the capital of Oregon. Had a rally this morning. I don't even.
Well, no, I have direct contact with people inside.
Oh, do you? What did they? Good job. I mean, it goes deep. Like, she's like an.
Basically a meeting, and they closed the doors for the public to come in to listen to the meeting, which basically is against the Constitution. We have the right to go in to listen. They closed the doors, had state police at the doors, A lady tried to go in through a window, which was kind of, I'd say, kind of the beginning of the start of the chaos, if you want to call it that. She was like, I had the right to be in here, so she tried to go through one of the doors, the side door, which was over this way, right around the corner there. And she tried to go in. The officers had mace up, getting ready to mace her. And she got down, and then there was another altercation. While that was going on, people were saying this door over here,
Wow.
which was right up over here. They were saying this door was open, okay? So this door was open while they were back over there dealing with stuff. So there was state troopers in there trying to stop people from opening the door and getting the door. People started pounding on the door. The door finally opened. People pulled the door open. There was a wrestle with the state troopers. You can see that brown spot up there. Look at this brown spot.
I'm going to give you a rundown.
That's from state troopers spray macing someone. All that brown right up there. That's from state troopers completely like engulfing someone with mace. Yeah, it was a female, and then
All right,
there
they're
was,
releasing
some men
warnings.
tried
The
to
cops
help
are
her.
saying, like,
You can see a person
hey,
in there right
this
now.
is an
in his
unlawful
right ear.
assembly.
You see his helmet.
There's rumors going around that say that the police are coming to kettle
happened.
them.
Then the
and
riot team came in, which is those guys. And since that door got open, it got breached, they went into that room where you just saw that person standing, that officer. Oh,
They better watch it
other
because
sirens. I heard people got they basically engulfed
Antifa
that room
and they want
with gas.
arrest patriots.
And when
That's
they did that, that room was
war.
filled with gas, so patriots couldn't
Yeah.
go in there. People cannot
Wes,
go in
hey
there.
man, thank you so much for the follow.
I hate always saying patriots, but citizens cannot go in there. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if they're going to arrest
eventually
these
the room
patriots,
cleared,
but they don't
and
arrest,
patriots did go in there. Here I go again, patriots. Citizens did go in there.
so a lady tried. So like they were trying to
The riot
address their
team was
grievances with the
into
government,
basically the
and you know, it didn't get out of hand. The chaos didn't really start until a woman tried to climb through a window because they were blocking them. They weren't going to hear them, and then the police came, and so now it went bananas earlier, and the police were macing people, and there's like stuff up from the state police. So and then so I went live because I heard the Patriots talking about doing a zone like Antifa, but they're going to do it right here at this Capitol building. And so I don't know.
some people decided to get arrested.
Have the right to be in there. It's an unlawful order that they're being given, and they're following it.
Yeah, I can say this about the officers inside. They're good people in a bad position. It would be like being in the military, under Obama. You can only hope and pray that you have good officers immediately above you, in a bad situation.
Gary, thank you so much for the
God, my daughter
upvote.
who's serving
Brofist.
has got a commander-in-chief that is not a communist. Okay? How long that's going to go? Well, I believe we're going to win. We have all the reason to win. But back to our situation, the police here are who's trying to break in. If it was Antifa, they'd have to do the same thing, obviously. So when those violations start happening, they have to respond basically just like machines. They're not given an unlawful order to stop something that is not peaceful. We have the constitutional right to a peaceful assembly. Breaking windows is not peaceful. Now, am I just as pissed off to the point where, if this wanted to turn into a shooting war, and it did, I pray to God it doesn't, of course I'd be there defending my country. My family fought the revolution.
Yeah.
They fought in World War II. They fought all kinds of wars defending this country.
Well, where's the line then? Because we dealt with this just following order as a human race after World War II with the Nuremberg.
Nuremberg, yes.
There's no excuse to just follow unlawful orders anymore. They should put down their batons and step down.
The thing is, you have to define lawful versus unlawful
See,
order.
those look like ADS.
Keeping the peace, keeping it from getting
Those
unruly
units on
and
top
property being
of
damaged
those,
and
armored
officers
vehicles.
being injured in the melee. Defending against that
Gary,
is not an
Brofist,
unlawful
dude.
order. It's not. Now, do I agree that we have reason to be really pissed off? Well, absolutely.
But the state made the initiation by shutting the doors and blocking us in. So if the police are going to uphold their oath
very
and
much
follow the
unspecified
Constitution,
grace.
they should come and open the doors for us.
And I agree with that. I do. I really do, and I wish they would. And had I been here maybe earlier, and been one of the first ones in the door and, you know, posed it like that. Which I should have.
It's just
Maybe we could have gotten in.
I'm still young and emotional, and I've always had my
The Patriots leave, so I don't know where they all went, but you was one that went to the sheriff's office. You came back, so you're still making your stance.
Yes.
Good. So what did the sheriff's office say?
Iluellen, Brofist, what's up?
Don't know what'll become of it. That's on them. You know, I did what I can do as far as that goes.
Greetings from a tree stand somewhere in Georgia. That's awesome, man. What's up, Arsenal?
So that is what that is.
Right. So that's a different jurisdiction than the state police who are here at the Capitol.
Attention, this is the Oregon State Police. This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
That's an LRAD for sure, dude.
Go ahead.
Long range acoustics. Because he just said, he's like, that's loud. And I mean, yeah, that's so they're using LRAD already. Yeah, that's because the left doesn't pose as much of a threat as a couple patriots. Look how little this group is.
One of the legislators came out.
They came out and spoke. Yep.
Other than that, I've called my own representative, Mike Neerman, a couple times saying, hey, what's going on? When is this going to stop? And hopefully he's taking heed of that. I don't know. I haven't talked to him personally. I've just left messages. And I don't know what else to say.
Right. And you're willing to stay out here at all costs, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I walked up when they were down there. They were saying the message you just heard about unlawful assembly.
Right.
You need to move. And so I walked up there like this and said, hey,
right,
arrest me. Because, it's not something I want to do.
Right.
But, there just comes a time when you have to stand up for your rights. And I need to make a living is what it comes down to. So I don't know what else to say.
Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, man. I'm with you.
Attention.
That's right, Unspecified Grace.
Police. This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
When they say we're subjects, all subjects must leave to come onto Court Street, that's just wrong. We're not subjects,
we're not subjects.
And people. And they need to be,
if you guys could share this out, it would be a great help to the channel. We're definitely, as what we are, going to be shadow, what. Got anyone that like-minded that appreciates freedom and truth? Share it out to them. It'd be very appreciated. That'd be affirmative, Dak.
Yep.
Them to get involved in what goes on in this nut house. It's simple. It's the Oregon Legislative Information System.
We're going to probably try to kettle people in here. We'll see.
This is Salem, Oregon,
Obviously the world
and there has been happenings here all day between patriots and law enforcement.
Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see what the lamestream media down here does here in Oregon with the story.
Awesome, Cephas Jonas.
How much they
Brofist,
flip out,
man.
how much they show.
Sorry for the impromptu stream, folks. This is in Salem, Oregon, where patriots wanted to redress their grievances and were not heard by their local authorities or their local officials. And so, you know, they were going to force to be heard by trying to go into a window, and the police were called. And
Older man.
so apparently now they pose enough of a threat for these technologies to be used on them. They've definitely alerted or scared someone for sure. Vote, Brofist, dude. I appreciate that, man. Paul, the nasty looking thing on the Bearcats are, in my opinion, one is an ADS and the other is an LRAD.
This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
Hey Shelly, what's up? Brofist, been a while. Yeah, I think you're already hearing the LRAD being used. That'd be a long-range acoustic device. And then there would be an active denial system, more than likely on that big armored vehicle back there.
I'd be very grateful if we could not antagonize these guys while I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, because it was just
I'll go ahead and get some info on ADS pulled up. It's a targeted frequency.
James Benge said, "Cops pushed him out earlier. Even a kid got peppered. Was not good. Cops are most definitely not on Patriot's side here." Pax Heavy said, "Bearcats have never been out for BLM or Antifa, have they?"
So an active denial system basically targets individuals. If you want to read that. Hey, thank you so much for the share, Tom. Brofist, man. Let's see here. So the antenna focuses the invisible energy. Hey, Karen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love, guys. Thank you so much. It has a 95 gigahertz transmitter, and it's been around for a long time. New like, thank you so much, Brandon, dude. Thank you. Chuck Corner, what's up, man? Brofist. Yeah, exactly. That's the right question to ask, FU. And that seems to be a little bit of the predicament. What seems to be making the pickle here is that they don't act like this for Antifa. New like, Joe, Brofist, man. Thank you so much.
I think there's a couple snakes in the grass.
You might be right, Space Frog. I might be jumping to conclusions, man. There very well may not be any ADS out there. I still don't think they should be using an LRAD on any American citizens. But that's, hey, to each their own. Different strokes, different folks.
The Venmo, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Wasn't able to catch the name.
Charmed Life Lady said, "Oncoming fist medium light skin tone sharp."
Brofish, what's up, Charmed?
More and more Patriots are
JC, what's up, man?
Some more. All right. are starting to move up this way.
Remember all that training that was going on?
Said, clenched fist, fellow patriots. Charmed life lady. Said, where we at?
Salem, Oregon. There has been issues between law enforcement and patriots all day long, and it seems to be coming to a head. Here's the issue. Some patriots are starting to pile in this way.
A few of us inside.
I'm pretty sure this is Salem,
if this happens,
Oregon.
If this goes down, then we are not getting inside. None of us will. More police are moving up.
It's all
this
Salem.
Guy here, I don't know who this guy here.
Anyway,
in the black
that's neither here nor there.
But the rumor is that they're going to flank us. They're going to flank from the back. So this, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know what this is going to look like.
We have rights.
More and more people are gathering up this way.
We will not be divided. We will not.
Law enforcement, they must not take the left serious. They seem to take us very seriously.
To be honest with you guys,
They seem to take patriots very serious.
Big. This is the first I've seen. They're slowly backing up.
Stand together.
Oh, they're backing up. Interesting.
Stand together.
Don't follow. Follow them.
We have rights.
Unacceptable, in my opinion.
Lockdowns are illegal. We want people. We want people.
Yay, they're backing up. They're probably backing up for targeting. They're all too close to the vehicles.
So they did back up. That could
Cinnamon
who knows what that's for. Maybe it's optics. Maybe there's a different plan. But obviously they're not leaving. They're not retreating. And
Hey, Dap, Brofist, Cinnamon, Brofist, Goblin, good to see you.
This way.
Charmed life lady. Said, damn, no rioting and this is clear response.
Exactly. Exactly. They must take the right very, very seriously. So isn't it weird, all that training that maybe you out there thought it was conspiracy theories, and I'm not trying to get on to you, but there were videos of law enforcement, militarized, as well as military, preparing to train to go against sovereign citizens or 3%ers. I remember the videos. I could look them up right now, and so could you. Okay. Practicing to go up against Americans, yelling about their rights. I've seen the videos.
Fall back. Fall back.
Well, I appreciate the intel vote. So we are probably officially shadow banned. So thank you so much, everybody who is sharing and liking. Thank you so much for all the love, guys.
The BC Preacher, Cashapp, the BC Preacher, or VENMO,
Cinnamon one.
the BC Preacher.
Police versus Patriot.
The police aren't going to join sides at this point. Maybe once there is a martial law and the military has to come in, maybe the police will join sides. But right now, they're not going to join sides. They're not going to join sides just because we're patriots.
I could have told you that. In some areas, they're not. In some areas, they will.
I've seen a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people today talk about, well, you gave an oath.
Sketchy times, folks. Very sketchy times.
Anything to some people.
New like. Jeremy, man, thank you. Thank you so much for the love, folks.
The Bible does not mean
Brofist.
anything to some people. So just because you become a police officer and you put your hand on the Bible, please tell me what that means.
Yeah, some oaths don't mean anything. To some people, they don't care.
Police officers now. What if they don't believe in God? And they put their hand on the Bible. What does that mean? Nothing.
Charmed life lady.
Nothing.
Said, are they protesting lockdown?
I don't know. I think that may have been the initial reason.
We think that's when like Christianity and stuff like that becomes a religion. It's not a religion. It's a relationship with Christ.
That's right, Maverick.
So
That's absolutely right, man.
Absolutely means nothing at all. It should. Maybe once upon a time it did, but nowadays where we're at in our society, because everything has been corrupted and messed up, putting your hand on the Bible means absolutely nothing. So I don't care what officer or what judge or what person who's given an oath and testifying, they put their hand on the Bible, it means nothing. Because the Bible, in America, we've made it that the Bible means nothing. That's why we accept, and that's why there's so many different religions, is because of freedom. So that person's freedom who puts their hand on the Bible means nothing to them, because that's not their book. That's not what they practice. That's not what they believe in. That's not what they follow.
I agree with this dude 100%.
So, just some thoughts, more thoughts. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, you put, the Constitution, you put your hand on the Bible." Well, what if there was an officer there that don't believe in the Bible? Maybe he's atheist or agnostic. So, him putting what he's showing over here. They're following their orders.
The illegal stuff that they're doing inside.
Oh yeah, yep.
Showing it to them, but
They need the sheriff, is what they need.
Thank you.
They're supposed to be arresting the people inside there for that, and we've given this to them multiple times.
They need the sheriff ASAP.
All right, there you guys go.
This disorderly conduct. I've looked. I cannot find anybody being disorderly.
Freedom Lover, thank you so much for the echo.
It was them.
Mason pepper balls. So we'll see what happens here. See if they move in. There is an officer. He's up there in the little turret, and he does have I don't know if it's a paintball gun or a pepper ball or something, but he does have a.
Hey Troy, Brofist, my man. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you for being here.
So I saw someone write.
I think we all knew it was going to come to this.
I'm just joking. In a way,
this
but,
is not at all
wrote,
surprising.
This country needs Jesus.
Amen to that.
I think, in my opinion, that we, people, individuals,
Brofist,
need to
man,
give their
thank you for the
life
like.
to Jesus. This country, I mean, if we just sit back and say God this and God that, God's in control, and things like that, we need you, God. Well, how about God needs you? How about God needs people? How about God needs people to actually obey, love Him, follow Him, and turn from different things in our lives that are struggles and things that hang us up? That's what God needs from us. He needs followers. He needs people. He needs vessels. I mean, He created us. But at the same time, He gave us the will to do what we want to do. Many people have rejected God, so if we're
Angry Wreck-It Ralph, what are you talking about, my man? The sheriff is the highest authority in his jurisdiction.
You already have
if the president comes into a sheriff's jurisdiction, a sheriff is over the president in his jurisdiction.
And I love what I see in this and that. Remember, keep in mind, folks, before do many of you guys know even why the flood came upon the nation, the earth? Because God Himself repented for making humans.
So they've got drones in the air.
Mankind.
Charmed Life
Someone does.
Said, that's not a large crowd either. I didn't think it would be like this so soon.
Hey Margaret, Brofist, thank you so much for being here.
I hope people are seeing this all over the United States. Understand that this is what happens when you stand up, man.
It's not a large crowd. It's not disorderly. It scares the power structure is what it does. Uh-oh. Patriots are doing something. Watch out. Need the sheriff. Salem, Oregon.
We will be there soon with the elephants. Jesus. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Portland Zoo. Drea with the Ninja Guinea, thank you. Appreciate 1,000 lemons, thank you.
Cinnamon 1 said,
they have the
Hey,
right
be
to
checking
assemble.
messages for
Who's
people
got
getting
to go
banned. I want to
find
make sure
some
that anyone that
anti-female
you know may have been questionably banned gets unbanned. Nobody's getting arrested today. These fucks aren't doing shit. This is a display of force. They aren't going to do anything. They've shown that they're scared of us.
They might do something.
We pushed their line today. We pushed it all the way back into the second double doors. We had dudes getting maced, fucking tear gas, all kinds of pepper ball,
Gene,
paintball,
thank you so much for the like.
Tellson powder ball. And we still push their fucking line. Nobody's getting arrested today. This is just a show of force. That's all this is, literally. They aren't coming to arrest anyone. Here's the thing, this is our fucking building, and we aren't going home. And only more of us are gonna...
All right, everybody, what's up? For those just joining, real quick recap. What's going on here is the citizens of Salem, Angie Brofist, thank you so much for all the likes, everybody. I sincerely appreciate it. Citizens of the city of Salem have wanted to address their grievances with their elected officials. Karen, thank you so much for the like. And they were not being heard. They pushed them away, or they had them escorted out or whatever, and a lady tried to climb through a window because she wants to be heard. She does have a right to be heard. And so the police are called. I suppose these are state police. And they've declared this an unlawful assembly. The higher ups in this building are terrified. These patriots are now talking about starting a zone, like an Antifa, like a zone, like a patriot zone, and they're going to do it right there in the front of that building. Judy, thank you so much for the like. And so now we're here, and it's not even a really big crowd. They're not being disorderly. They're not being extremely disrespectful. Some of them are armed. That's their Second Amendment right. Pat, Brofist, thank you so much. So we'll just we'll see how the situation unfolds from here.
I heard him, yeah. It was a calling. It's a calling.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much for the share.
They're committing a Class 3 felony. Lethal force to stop is required by law. Nobody's committing any felonies. That was our building. So here's the thing. I know nobody understands the context of it, so let me explain this. So that building behind us is the Oregon State Capitol building. It was funded and built on the backs of American citizens by taxpayer dollars, okay? All right? First off and foremost, we're allowed in that building under any circumstances, okay? Any unlawful order that they have from top down, aka Kate Brown, Yachty, whoever else, is unlawful. They're enforcing it.
Matt Artworks,
not withholding
Brofist,
their oath and upholding the Constitution. That is an unlawful gathering that's happening inside the Capitol building. There's politicians in there making decisions with our money that we paid them to dictate our lives. We are allowed in that fucking building at any circumstance. We should never be shunned from seeing what our public officials are doing with our money. We did nothing wrong. We pushed them back into a building that we own, we the people own. They are in the wrong. Need to be very clear about that, okay? I need you guys to understand that the police are not fucking heroes. They do wrong. The police are not always right. They are not fucking heroes. The real heroes are the people standing out here fighting for your freedoms while you're sitting on the couch eating Cheetos, okay? The real heroes are the people that are out here every day, like myself, like Black Rebel, like all the other patriots that are out here that you see, standing up for your freedoms while you guys judge us. Just remember that. Remember when you get to keep your freedoms that we rushed the Oregon State Capitol to take it over and take our country back. Just remember that.
Brofist.
Okay? We are fighting for everyone. We aren't just fighting for patriots. We're fighting for everyone, even Antifa. They can't even fucking see that. Okay? The police aren't going to...
Thank you so much, Janae, for the share.
I'm trying to think how I can get my car in to block that side. I parked
on a.
Dang, this chick is trying to think about how she can get her car in.
I was very like, oh, I'm just a person.
Well, at this point, if you did, I mean, there's no traffic, or whoever did, and obviously no traffic.
Yeah, I had to walk.
Oh, Karen, thank you so much for the kind words.
Patriot Autonomous Zone.
Patriot Autonomous Zone. Oh boy.
We would see if that'd be very interesting to see if those Bearcats would actually do that. People would actually push through those.
They got it on the news. Them beating up pirate over there. Good. On the news.
Who's pirate? I don't know who pirate.
We're fighting for our freedom.
This is likely going to get shadow banned.
This is history in the making. Make sure you're on the right side. Freedom! Freedom! We're going to park this red one there. Liberty is not free, folks. We have to stand and fight. They're trying to eliminate the Constitution as we speak inside that building.
Cinnamon 1.
Oh yeah, they did do a smoke bomb. There was a blue smoke grenade.
This is our house.
They want you to appreciate everything that you do. You are everywhere. How did he get there? He must have some sort of jet.
Nope, just the friendly blue sky.
Died for us to be out here.
Been impressed, and I thank you very much.
Don't take your freedom for granted.
Tell them thank you for me.
I will.
Tell your children.
You taking off?
No,
Okay, good. Good.
standing my ground.
Good. Stay here.
My sister-in-law is
They're not going to teach your children the Constitution.
Yeah, she said I want to be there so bad.
Cinnamon
Coming
1.
down?
I don't
Said.
know. Stand your ground.
All right.
Stand your ground.
All right.
I'm glad you said it, Cinnamon.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna stand my ground for my family.
Hey, Mutt, I appreciate that, brother.
A military family, you know? I don't want this shit.
Communism will never succeed in this country.
Spent how many years in the Marines for this?
Communism is dead for survival.
Hey, let people know the bathrooms are open down there.
The bathrooms are open down there.
So we got bathrooms are open. Stop it now.
It smells like Kate Brown's office.
It's not that bad.
How do you know what her office smells like?
Have you been there? I've been in there.
Did I just get called out?
I was just asking. I'm asking. You said it smelled like Kate Brown's office. I'm asking, how do you know what Kate Brown's office smells like?
Well, I just assumed from the memes, flush it down.
Flush it down. Yeah. The rumor is it stinks, right?
That's what I heard.
She didn't leave a
If
shit
it's
stand.
yellow, let it mellow.
Right.
A shit stand on Oregon.
If it's
She done
Kate
cracked
Brown,
her
flush
can
it down.
Yeah.
multiple times.
It's actually a good turnout. Pretty good turnout.
More people are on their way. People
Yeah,
have been
of course.
showing up. They're on their
I miss
way.
those days.
Just to let all you guys know, you cannot count on the BC preacher to carry any of his merch with him. You cannot buy his shit unless you get online.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for
Do you
for
think
plugging
that
it
I
for
have a
me.
wet
I was
dream
just getting
for
ready
Civil
to, but I
War?
didn't
You
need
would
to.
be
Thank you
very
much.
sadly
Try to bite
mistaken.
one off his
Nobody
back.
wants
He's not the kind of
that.
guy that's going to give you the shirt off his
I
back.
might, just not live on my stream right now. Off stream, I might give it to you.
Man,
so.
you're kind of bummed.
Oh
Why
yeah,
wouldn't
that's
you?
one of those sentences that's
I don't wanna
like
show her a
crafted
six-pack.
to elicit
You
a
know, I'm
certain
just saying.
response.
Yeah, you don't want
Man,
everybody
get out of here
following
with
you.
that.
No,
If you spam that one more time,
Yeah, no, I got it. I got it.
Internet corner.
This is funny. I gotta share this real quick. They're jealous of us.
Nice.
Antifa.
Nice.
What they say?
Nice.
What is that?
They want to come.
Why can't we have the same
Aw,
energy
Miss
as
V,
the
that
judge
sucks.
in Salem right now?
Who said that?
Antifa said that about us.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Hey, when we bring this energy,
Are they gonna come stand with us?
Come party with us. We're fighting the same.
Come stand with us.
you guys are in for a real treat.
Wheel says, current update on Proud Boys Patriots taking over Salem government capital.
There's no
They are on their
Proud Boys here.
74th round.
Ding,
Why
got
do
it.
you always
Loud
get
and
called
clear.
the Proud
8
Boys?
o'clock this morning.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, but we're not. I get called a Proud Boy
There
all
it
the
is.
time, and I'm a woman. I can't be a Proud Boy.
Hey, Justin, bro fist man.
They said if you don't got a dick, you can't be a Proud Boy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hey, and
vote
you can't
exactly.
get one either. You can't get an artificial one and become a problem.
I think
Yeah.
we're beyond that now, man. Things are getting a little spicy.
You
A little
can,
more
I
serious.
guess, if no one knows.
Yeah,
then you can.
that's
Let's see. How did Maverick put it? Maverick, he put it together pretty. This is in Salem, Oregon. Patriots protest the council members. About as simple as that. It's been called a unlawful assembly, and now the Patriots are starting a Patriot Autonomous Zone, or it's just a rumor. They may not really be doing it. Margaret, thank you so much for sharing.
You know what? Just saying.
Patriot writer, Patriot something,
Yeah,
said
so
we were
we're
breaking the law,
definitely
so I have to
being
confront him.
shadow
What exactly
what are you gonna
law,
do?
what law did we break, sir? No, he said I know you want to
Bubba,
be
thank you
right,
so much
but
for
you're
the like,
not.
brother.
You need
Bro
to understand
fist.
the law better. So help me explain it, Patriot writer.
I got a cousin named Bubba, but I'm sure you could probably guess that.
We do have access to a building whenever we want. You're wrong. That is an unlawful gathering by our government.
JL, dude,
There's
I appreciate the
politicians
kind
in there
words.
that we pay.
Rhonda,
This building is paid
thank you
for
so
by
much for the like.
taxpayer
Thank you.
dollars. We are allowed access into
Not
those
yet,
gatherings.
2A. Good to see you.
If you think otherwise, then I would like for you to look the law up. I would like for you to understand what you're talking about, because this is
Sure it
our
is.
building. I hope you understand. Let me explain something. This is our building. We own this building as the people. We pay taxes on this building. We pay taxes for the people that are in this building. They were unlawfully gathering, okay, dictating how our tax dollars are going to be spent, okay?
That's how it works,
That is not allowed. They're not allowed to close the meetings out to the public. That's not how it works, okay? I'm letting you know that you are wrong. We're allowed in this building, especially when they close out the public to the meetings. When they dictate our tax dollars and tell us how they're going to spend them, they need to dictate to us how and what they are going to spend it on. And the fact that they are in there holding a private meeting with politicians that are paid for by us in a building that's paid for by us is unlawful. Now, I will agree with you, the way that we entered the building probably wasn't the best, but if you had better suggestions, I'm open for them, because quite frankly, we the people are done. And I know it's really easy to sit on your couch and make judgments, and that's fair. I respect you for your judgments, but while you're sitting on the couch, we're fighting for your freedoms, okay? And your freedoms, just so you know, this meeting that they were having was dictating how much longer we are going to be in lockdown, okay? So let me explain something to you. 2 weeks ago, Kate Brown made an order that the mandates and the mask mandates and the lockdown mandates were going to last until January, I think it was 14th or 12th. It was January something, mid-January, okay? Kate Brown then stepped back on her order, and now they were going to dictate today to extend it another 60 days, meaning, if you do some math, that would put us into March. That would be a full year in mask mandates and lockdowns. I don't know about you, but the face diaper's getting old. I have a lot of people in my family that own businesses that have been shut down. I have a lot of family members that have been out of work because of these mandate orders. They are unlawful. We do not live in a communist country. Our dictatorial rulers that rule over us should not be considered dictators. They are not tyrants. They are politicians. They are paid for by the people. We elect them. The fact that they think they can coop up in a building that we pay for while we pay their wages, and then use their police that we also pay for to run us out of our building that we pay for is unlawful. I agree. We 8 months ago, we probably could have taken a different approach to this. Writing your local legislator, showing up outside the Capitol and just chanting. We've done this though for 8 months. We've done this 7 months. I know it's really easy to.
I agree, vote.
down here or to the right there. Sure, we're on woke.net also.
All right,
right?
it's getting pretty serious.
There, finally I saw a moderator in the chat.
Joe Bakewell said, 1776.
Thank you, moderators, helping out. I had to ban a couple people earlier that were just kind of spamming the channel, but as long as I got a moderator in here or two, I don't want to worry about it. What it sounded like though, when him who was talking to him, like, as long as we stay peaceful down here, then they've got no reason to come in there and get us. Hopefully that's the case. Let's go have a dance party over here, so I was thinking. Although I don't know if that song, who writes that song? Who writes that music? I don't have rights to that music. I don't have rights to that music. I don't have rights to that music. Rights to that music.
All right, guys. Salem, Oregon, patriots protesting the council members. State police declare unlawful assembly. Hey, new like. Jeff, Brofist, my man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love, guys. Patriots are declaring this a patriot zone. I'll be more careful about what I say because of the shadow stuff.
That's even old for me, and I'm old.
You let that flag wave, Patriot! Red 2020! I got up there.
Joe, thank you so much for the like, brother. Brofist, pound it. Right, Rob, you're exactly. Rob's on base. Hey, Zoe, thank you so much. Thank you.
Keep it respectful. Yes, keep it respectful. You can have an opinion, but preferably keep your opinion to what's going on here. People fighting for their rights here against tyranny coming out of that building right there.
Sam's Garage, man. What's up? Thank you so much for the like.
We're here to overdo their authority, in my opinion. You can just sort of argue on that. Funny thing is, like Antifa type trolls in here should kind of be.
Four more beers.
I agree that the police kind of overstep their bounds. That's what we're saying in this case here.
Salem, Oregon.
Although we're saying it because
patriots protest the council members.
The governor is telling them what to do, not because it's their
state police
typical duty.
Consider it an unlawful assembly with armored vehicles, LRADs. Patriots are armed. They're organized. They're considering this a zone. Patriot zone now in front of the Oregon State Capitol building.
This vicious crowd here.
I know, we're so wild and everything. I think we should have a dance party. That's what Antifa does, you know, have a little bit of a music, get a guy with a banjo or something.
What are you protecting? You wouldn't answer.
I know.
Well, we don't need your protection. Go home.
Yep.
If we really needed protecting, they'd scatter.
Exactly, yeah. If Antifa was around here, they'd sort of mosey away or whatever, keep their distance, you know. Let them fight. Let them fight.
Cinnamon 1 said,
Same thing they did to electors in me.
In Michigan. That. More cowbell and bagpipes.
Hey guys, I gotta stop it, guys. I gotta stop. Watch me later. I'll be on later.
That's weird.
Yeah, so now we're on to 2 hours of being told this is an unlawful gathering.
So what happens when you try strap? What happens when you try strap? It usually hurts. You too, bro.
So just to be clear, here we got another troll in the chat. Leave him. Don't ban him. Eat me. XOXO. No, this is not just about mask mandates. This is about businesses that are losing, that have employees that are losing their jobs, that are losing revenue because of the lockdowns. This is Kate Brown locking us out of the.
Kenneth, good afternoon.
This is Kate Brown locking us out of a meeting that we should openly be allowed to come to. Even just if they let a couple of us in there. Obviously, they weren't going to let an entire crowd of us in there. I know that's not realistic. But this is not about fucking mask mandates, okay? Have you not been paying attention for the last 8 months? Even if you're Antifa at this point, have you not been paying attention? Do you enjoy wearing a face diaper? Do you enjoy not having a job?
Frosty, what's
up? Do you
up?
enjoy having a business and getting it shut down and losing revenue? I mean,
well, we'll see how that turns out. They
understand.
are making a
don't get
Patriot
it.
zone.
You know, it's like I feel like some people aren't living in the same universe as me and the rest of the Patriots.
Your trucks do not scare us. We will not be intimidated. We paid for those trucks.
Is this only about a mask mandate? I mean, how dare you? Like, wake up. Wake up. You're asleep. You're asleep. You're literally asleep. Sleepy.
Stop wasting our tax dollars. This is a lawful assembly. Shall not be infringed. Hey, Brown, if you're in the building, do us all a favor and jump off the station there.
Thank you, Unspecified Grace.
We have rights. Where's the Constitution? We will not be intimidated.
Charmed Life Lady said, honestly, children should not be.
I totally agree. Mac, what's up, man? Hey, Brofist, what's up? Nice, grab me one, Michael. Nice.
We have the right to take your donkey out of here. Boom, I did it. Censorship. Drop the mic. We will not be intimidated. We have a right to be here.
need my whiskey glass. Nah, I take that back.
You know, honestly, what Steve's problem is he lost a lot of numbers to my channel. So, I mean, if he's butthurt about that still, then kudos to him, I guess. I don't know. I really don't even want to talk about Steve or any other streamers, though. I'll be honest on my stream. Just be completely honest with you. Like he was annoyed and didn't want him there. Well, I know he didn't. That's why when I went to go give him a hug, he fucking shunned me and pushed me away.
What?
What's up? Hold on. Let me mute you.
New follower, forking the day away. What's up, man?
Should have vehicles like this, or should we leave that to the National Guard?
No,
Thank you so much for the follow.
It does come in handy in other situations where those are very different.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, so the sheriff's here.
I feel like it's Sodom and Gomorrah and everything is what's right is wrong, what's wrong is right. I feel like not looking for a few good people.
Yeah, man, I can totally relate with that sentiment.
Well, I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about them having that much force power.
Search and rescue is what they mainly use it for. Like, and so like with that, like.
That's not what they use those for.
Yeah, that's what they.
They
but
use
it's
those to
also
hide
just-
behind because of bullets.
They get it.
That's
when,
what
like,
those are for.
The war slows down and they have surplus vehicles, and I know some fire departments get Humvees for a couple $100, but
I would say that this is obsessive for us.
Yeah.
If they're fighting Antifa and shit like that, then I'm like,
yeah.
Well, we're not Antifa.
I was really hopeful that the sheriffs would show up and get the other officers to stand down.
You know, I disagree. Construction of Soul. I don't think that taxpayer money paid for that. I think that was federal grants that paid for the militarization of police.
Not System of the Down.
This is our tax dollars hard at work right here.
Yeah, System of the Down. They've got that Tiananmen Square song.
So there are about 12 officers.
Federal grants is what militarized the police. I don't think the people paid for none of that.
It's gonna be a long day.
Maybe in some areas. Not really my concern.
Got their Dodge Challenger over there. Pretty nice one. It's got the scoop roof.
Can we request a porta potty so patrons can
That Challenger is probably a repo. Or if not a repo,
The right refuses to take Chinese communist money. That's why they have less media than the
civil
communist
asset forfeiture. Charge the thing with a crime. Confiscated. Impound.
Patriots have gotten the Patriot crowd has gotten pretty angry the last couple weeks as the police have started doing some things that we're not in favor of. I covered it.
You guys sit in and get the little girl.
Cinnamon One said,
Left can have all the vaccines.
Something I think is ironic is that
Are they going around to the other end?
up until like 5 years ago or so,
They might be doing the back right.
the anti-government, the anti-police crowd up until like 5 years ago was the Patriot crowd in America.
It's true.
The militia crowd. But all of a sudden, Antifa started attacking everything, and it's flipped. And Antifa and BLM was the anti-government, anti-police crowd. And I always thought it was
Cinnamon
interesting
One
that those
said,
heavy militia patriot groups started doing back the blue stuff, because they had always been very, very anti-federal government and anti-police. Anyways.
I guess not all cops want to run over women and children. Half a dozen of them.
It's like a scene straight out of a movie, but we knew it was coming to this. Everybody intellectually knew that everything wasn't all good.
It got reported as an unlawful assembly is because they were saying
Mostly everything on the surface has been fake. I mean, corporate companies even promote that kind of life. Fake it till you make it.
was there before we got
I walked around. I did not see any windows broken. They told us that the
Ridiculous.
windows were broken in the areas we were entering, and none of those windows were broken.
No.
We opened.
The window that started is that one door on the other side.
Yeah.
They just got mad that people got inside.
At 8, 8:10. That window was already that way.
Super chat.
That's their excuse for.
What's that? WCAM Studios. Stop shopping at Amazon, Harbor Freight, and Walmart. Go make babies. Run for office knowing you'll lose. The LARPing needs to stop. Dude, 200% agree. WCAM Studios, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
I want to know who the special media person was that was in there taking, with their camera, taking photos and everything. How did that person get to be in there?
I think it's Laura. Or there was press inside already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they did the stuff.
That's 100% anti-bomb.
So, just as an update, guys, the state police are still there. The police haven't gone anywhere. The sheriff showed up and then left. The sheriff, SWAT team, whatever, Special Weapons and Tactics.
Merry Christmas. Would you like to join us? We're fighting for your rights. Come on.
This has gotten really serious really fast. That's right, WCAM Studios. That's absolutely right. I don't think they are either. I never said that. I support law enforcement. Half of my family is cops. I grew up, my grandmother was a cop. I mean, I don't hate cops, man. I didn't say any of them are bad. But you get into really hot water whenever you just do your job and you don't know the line or you don't know the oath that you swore. And a lot of them don't, man. They just go through the motions to get the job so they can just do their job. Dangerous words. Hey, John, double bro fist, man. That would be hilarious, JC, but unlikely.
It's one thing I've mentioned many times before is that there's too many agendas at Patriot events. They need to just pick one agenda.
I'm going to drop my Twitch link for those who like Twitch or prefer it. I'll be doing some Cyberpunk later on. Cyberpunk 2077 over on Twitch.
They need to organize better and have one event. They took the awning from.
We're live over there as well.
They took the awning that was over the TV over there.
In my opinion, there is no need for a militarized or highly militarized police officer like that guy right there. If that guy is a cop, looks more like a soldier, doesn't he?
On anything right now, they're not trying to get
It's not
into
good.
the building.
Very Roman. Nothing more corrosive to the morale of a people than the military policing its own. And when you make the police the military, or you make them look like the military, you create big problems. Police feel safer, but it's going to embolden the ones who are still going to be criminals to be more extreme and more radical. Everyone talks about that level where it's like, well, the bad guys use this stuff, so now we got to be that bad. So now the bad guys do this, and so we got to do this. But, you know, that doesn't account for the everyday normal people. It's silly.
Some of the guys before I got here were trying to go into the Capitol and they just got shut down for no reason.
That's not our house.
Who let the bulls out? What's up?
House, but we don't run that show.
We are the people, and they're keeping us out of our house.
Well, it sounds like you got a legitimate beef.
I do. I'd like a refund on all my taxes.
Yep.
You know, I'd love to have one of the engines out of one of these rigs to throw in my service truck. That'd help me out a lot.
Did we get cut? It's very possible.
Charmed Life Lady said, they're really trying to send a message right now. They don't want us to stand for our rights.
I agree.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
20 to 1, so put your hands behind the back and they arrested you. So.
Not really. They're just.
So why do they have so many?
I think because of what happened earlier. Yeah.
Who broke the window? We weren't here. We weren't here
for that. There's a lot of police cars in this. Crime scene, you know, across.
Something happened?
No, that's where the big state got.
Oh.
Suck for that tire building.
They're not open anyway.
They are. They were.
Sticky situation. Quite the pickle.
How does life here be spicy?
Yeah, January 6th, in my opinion, is going to be pretty hot.
I'm worried about some spiciness between now and then.
I think you're witnessing some spiciness right now. Although artificial loneliness, what's up?
Salem, Oregon. Boy, it's cozy, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm happy I don't.
They should allow us more than that.
Right,
And get some sort of accommodation. At least we've gotten them to
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
Cinnamon 1 said,
In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
This
I
is
am-
Salem,
I'm saying
Oregon.
all the numbers.
Patriots protesting council members.
More numbers.
It's
More
gotten pretty sticky. It's
numbers.
already gotten physical.
Always numbers. Stop with excuses, right?
Charmed Life Lady said, this is mild. They really that mad about a window.
Yep.
They were.
Numbers. This thing should have had thousands of people here. People are complaining about their jobs and want businesses back open and schools.
If a lot of them are unemployed right now, they should be down here.
Charmed Life Lady
There's really
said,
no excuse.
others were burning buildings all summer.
That's right.
It's not raining.
It's not, no. Hasn't been.
You're sitting around depressed about the situation. Come down and do
Yeah.
something about it and feel better.
Yep. All right. So a few of us might get in. Again, this guy's just been standing here. Look, he's been standing. He's standing. He's not moving. He's standing. Hello. Right. He is standing. He's holding his ground. Other people have held their ground today as well. Her sign says we will not comply.
Patriots protesting council
Starting to get windy,
members
so there's
in
probably
Salem,
rain moving
Oregon.
in.
We're done, right?
What's up?
We're done with this shit.
All right.
We are done with Kate Brown.
You're gonna flush her, huh?
We're gonna flush her down. Thanks for coming out today, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a very large group. Police have considered it an unlawful assembly.
It is going to start raining. The clouds are moving in. It's getting windy.
A window was taken out.
Let's see.
People were maced earlier.
Yeah, it's starting to get windy. It's been dry all morning. There's been some sun breaks all throughout the morning. Moving into the 5 hours of streaming. Did 4 hours over on Facebook. I got here and I had to just jump on. I couldn't wait. There were more people out here, but as always, people end up leaving, or there's never really enough. The man was just saying, we need numbers, and that's what I've been saying for a long time. Numbers. So they have that part of the road behind kind of blocked
Cinnamon
off.
One
Whatever.
said,
That's a nasty storm coming.
Nasty storm on the way.
I think the more
Chad, what's
they've
up?
moved this out. The Trump people, they were here selling merchandise when I got here this morning. Someone just moved this tent out here. I'll see what to do with the tent.
They just snatched 4 people off that back door, took them inside. I'm sure they're arresting them now. So.
Oh, 4 people were
with
over there?
us. They were standing on that door.
Yeah.
They came out and snatched every one of them in.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so they're making arrests.
No, sounds like there was some more arrest. There's been some of this media down this way. There's some media over there going.
D. Duffy, Brofist, man, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, absolutely. They're going to throw the book at everybody they arrest, in my opinion, at Unspecified, Grace.
There's some firewood over there.
Could get really sticky really quick.
A couple logs over there. Some loggers.
I wanted a mattress.
Cinnamon One said,
I'm over 2K miles away.
You do. Some.
Right there. Boot Troop Eugene. He was one of his bodyguards. That's who that guy is. Brandon was just arrested.
Oh, Boot Troop?
Yeah, right there. That guy right there. Didn't pass the word, guys. That guy right there with the Boot Troop Eugene. Didn't pass the word. He was one of
Super chat. B. Layden. Hey, Brofist, thank you so much. The mandates, orders are the modern day intolerable acts. I agree, 100%. Thank you so much for that super chat, man. Brofist. No step on snake. Don't step on me.
Thank you. Stephanie, nice to meet you.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you.
There's a Stephanie.
How you doing? How you doing? Good, good. Yes,
I
yes.
love that you are, that who's your first priority on your hat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So where it's at. You just got here? Good, well, at least you're here.
Yeah, you try to come to these things.
Yeah. Good, good.
Where are you from?
Portland.
Okay. Yeah, please, if I'm
Yeah, okay, okay.
I'm a homeschooling mom.
Yep.
Very
Yeah,
conservative.
yeah. So you're on the chopping block a little bit. Huh? Even in Candy, because it's starting to spread that way. Okay. Okay.
I had 2 people on the fire department, 2 individuals that went through yeah, and it wasn't surprising to me because they also tried to
Are you trying to log in?
down my neighbor a mile down. He's a Portland cop, and he was saying things from getting beheaded in the streets. Did you hear about that? Yeah, they won't talk, and they tried to get him to. Yeah, those fires
Okay.
are not just.
Right, yeah, I know. Yes.
So many people are like, oh, it's the wind.
That's what, no, oh, no, it's not. Ooh.
I'm doing so many studies right now, and I'm just like, I can see it both ways when I read it for myself, but I listen to Dr. Brown.
I used to be more mid.
Yeah?
I'm more pre now.
Yeah?
Rubber balls broke a girl.
More because of the promise.
I know, take his bride.
So why would he want to take his bride through? Yeah. And this ain't rap yet. I mean, this is warm up. This is pre. This is warm up.
Yeah.
But this ain't it.
Yeah, and the Galleon wedding. Have you ever seen before the rap documentary?
No.
Oh, dude, you would love it. So Jeff Gibbs and all these awesome JD Frog. I don't know if you guys follow them, but they talk about the whole. I'm sorry.
You're
Am I
fine.
taking your-
No, you're fine.
It's so
I mean,
good,
I'm streaming live, but
Oh,
so
you are,
yeah.
okay. It talks so much about the Galilean wedding and how it and how they
anybody
bring
know
her
if we're
parallel
here
to
tomorrow?
how God comes and takes his bride. Like they literally bring her up on a thing and take her, and she's ready, and all these parallels. I'm not even doing it justice. You should watch it. It's really good.
You have to let me know what it's called. Before the wrath? Okay.
It's all about the Galilean. And Jesus talked he knew his people. He talked
Yeah.
to parables. He talked to them about their customs.
Yeah, the culture. Yep.
So that was the one that was like,
These guys don't want to.
Yeah. So that's why, I mean, just kind of watching things, I just can't see us going through it. I mean, could it? Yeah, but I don't see it.
but he's pouring out his character. I've even like experienced it and it's totally
In case anything escalates.
No, you're fine.
in a new, fresh way. Like I feel like the Holy Spirit is just more
I'm just glad that people are starting to wake up. Yeah, now it's just getting completely converted. Hey, well, it's step by step.
But do you think it's too late? Like,
Intel, good
No,
afternoon.
to bring us back?
To bring us back, I don't think it'll bring us back. I mean, it's already written. Why would it?
Yeah, I know.
So.
And then I think there's a movement how, like the Lord is, he hears our prayer. And what? He blessed the nations that bless Israel. He blessed Israel.
Right.
I see something.
There's probably something more. There's definitely a lot more to it, but I do think it's going to be some sort of reset. Some sort of fashion, which I know. Yeah, it is.
I know, like, we won't be taking any vaccination. The Holy Spirit.
Not either.
Back when the whole COVID thing, like, I remember for a week, I'm like, oh, this is probably that. And then I just kept suppressing.
Right.
And then it's like, this is bad, it's not good. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yep. Very true.
I haven't worn a mask once.
Good job. All right. That's good.
Because that's it.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's comply.
Well, soon I see you.
Nice to meet you. Quincy. Yep.
Okay, good to meet you.
What was yours again? Stephanie. Okay. All right, Steph.
Okay.
I'll look for you.
Okay.
If you comment. Well, if you comment, I'm saying if you ever comment, if you're watching. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, got you. Okay. I got you. Okay, right. All right, Steph. Thank you. All right. How you doing? Good. Appreciate it. Good. You had some good words out there.
That's one benefit you have to having groups out here.
Thank you. What's up, man?
Hey, Jonathan Cargill, Brofist dude.
Kind of a dead time right now, which is fine. That's where you go around talking to folks, They're staging down there to come in like the stormtroopers, bro.
Yeah, I saw.
Is that why Antifa plays the stormtrooper song?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Well, I was.
I wanted to know how come
my chat is butt hurt.
Why isn't why isn't Antifa here today helping us? It's the police and all this. I'm just saying.
You might be losing some followers, boy.
I'm just wondering. I mean, they hate the police. I mean, right now, it looks like we're up against the police. So, like, where are they at? Numbers, right? Numbers.
Here's time for us to join hands. Come on, guys.
And it might come.
As
You know,
as long as you ain't destroying buildings and fucking, burning shit.
You know, it might come. Who knows? It might come down to that, because if it comes down to martial law, it's going to be military against even police officers and against us people. So don't know what's going to happen. So behind enemy lines, we saw you up there front line too this morning. He was up there like, hey. Cop.
I'm fucking done, man. Yeah, I'm done. Well, dude, I was there when they were like in the front pushing me into the police.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Right. Wait, why are you pushing me into
I don't care. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Why are you pushing me into the police?
Yeah,
I'm
good.
just here to string. You're pushing.
No. I wanted it all. I wanted to be right there. And what was cool is I had my GoPro slide battery on.
Okay. Yeah.
So I got good
got the
clear footage of that.
Yep.
And it even, the thing with the GoPro is I have a 360, so it's on the front and
in the back.
So even if I go like,
oh, you're good.
Still, you know what I mean? So I got all that. It was juicy.
Yeah.
It was juicy. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to make my phone a hotspot.
A man only gets so many times.
Use the GoPro to
Have it
stream
out of their
off that.
life.
It's too laggy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to buy one of those guys that are rolling around with those little live view packs.
Our young generation hasn't had a chance to fight for freedom.
I'm over it. I'm going 1080p.
This is their
I'm
chance.
gonna go fucking full shoulder.
Start telling your friends, tell your
You're not
children,
going to do gimbal?
you have to defend America.
Yeah.
Communists are trying to take over your country.
Get the footage and beat ass.
We won the Cold War against
The
communism,
only thing with them on your shoulders
and
is
this is where we are. Free people.
It's gonna be 4K.
Communism is not okay.
Just like this, like the gimbal, how it has a gyro in it.
Right.
It'll be the same thing.
Communism
I
sucks.
don't know if I'll be using the GoPros, but
Right.
yeah, I was really butthurt last night because I got them in Saturday. I was like, yes, I'm gonna be able to film with them. But I set it up. We got a new phone with 5G on it, so I could have like a nice hotspot. Fucking lag. Lag.
Yeah.
We have rights.
I'll get it figured out.
Alrighty.
So you gonna hang out here most of the
Oh,
day?
yeah. I'm here. So
We are not subjects.
let's walk back down here, see what they're going, see what they're doing, see if they're staging more. I know you guys are kind of just probably like looking like, again, all this stuff happened this morning. Right now, it's just, I don't know if you want to call it a standoff or people are just waiting around. Lane County, Salem's down here. There's a truck here blocking the road. They could obviously still get through if they wanted to, because it's only like one truck, so they could still get through if they wanted to. It's starting to get windy, starting to sprinkle a little bit. That's the only thing that's good about like the east and the south, that man, the rain, like, it don't really happen that much. I guess it does, it depends. Everybody goes through their seasons of rain. But you see down here, I'm not going to walk all the way down there. There you go. The guy is still in the street.
New light.
In front of, just holding his hands out. He's
Chris
still holding his hands
and
up.
Nicole. Hey, Brofist, thank you guys.
He's been there for about an hour in that same position. There is a gentleman that's working on trying to get me and a few other people inside to listen to what they are talking about. It'll be interesting to see how long the police allow this to go on. Up in Portland, obviously they allow it to happen quite often. We'll see what they do here in Salem, if they allow it. There were way more people here earlier this morning when this first happened. There's been a few arrests, people that went inside after they told people, hey, if you stay in, you're going to be ticketed or arrested for trespassing. One gentleman decided to stay in there. Isn't that crazy too? You think about this. One person out of the 500 was willing to do it. So hopefully we can raise some money for him if there's any sort of bail, or if he was arrested or infraction or ticket. 500 plus people, and he was the only one that was willing to go through the process of standing his ground and being arrested. We say at our cost. I gave my plea. I knew I wasn't, but he did. I said I'm not going to get arrested.
Kate Brown is a tyrant.
What's that? Is that food? What's going on there?
Kate Brown is a tyrant.
There you go.
Thank you. I got some food.
Kate Brown is not a
So,
doctor.
some little fries I want to munch on.
It is illegal. The mask is a medical prescription. The mask does not work. The mask is 10 microns.
I know the masks don't work.
2.5. Do the mask.
I've been traveling since August
Why can't you figure that out?
on planes,
Open a hole by your
recycled
nose.
air.
They don't work. Kate Brown is a dictator. Nothing more. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. You are free people. You have rights. This is America. This is not China. Stand for your rights. Teach your children.
Because the schools won't do it.
The schools are not going to do it for you. That is your job as parents.
Here, leave it.
Teach your children. Show them what it's like to lead by example. Stand them a flag. Teach them how to wave it.
Read
Be
the
free.
Constitution.
Go to the beach. Be free. Vehicle coming through.
What's up?
I was watching you, man. I got to turn the camera. My wife's watching.
How
you doing, bro?
Good. How are you? Good. Good. Good to see you.
You too.
Thank you. So people are just standing around. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, where we're going to go from here, what happens today. Are people going to come back tomorrow? They're not going to come back tomorrow. I have no clue. What is going to happen. Right now, the police and the riot team, they're just staying back. But I'm sure they're going to come in and clear out.
Fellow Americans. I'm born and raised in Salem, and I've seen a lot change over the years. You know, we talk about God bless America, but do we really shout him out and put him foremost in our lives?
Amen.
Have we asked ourselves why this is taking place in America? The message is really simple. All of us have fallen down and fallen short of the glory of God. But God initiated his love toward us, and that while we were still sinners, Christ died for the ungodly. The wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Or another name, as I like to call him, the Word. Whosoever confesses Jesus as Lord with their mouth and believes in their heart that God has raised him from the dead, they will be saved. The government cannot save you. Your physician cannot save you, try as they might. Social media and good intentions cannot save you. There is salvation by no other name. And when we talk about God blessing our country, I want you all to keep in your remembrance that our founding fathers were men of faith. And the moral integrity of God's word was built into our Constitution. So it's in his name that I'm here today to give you this message. God is with us, and he calls all men everywhere to repent.
Well, he gave a simple gospel message. That was simple. I don't know if this is quiet before the storm. It's going to start raining. It's going to start raining. Hmm? It dropped down. Plus, I went on both channels, so I don't know.
Oh, you can go on both?
Yeah.
On YouTube and Facebook?
And Twitch and whatever else, yeah.
From what?
It's called Streamlabs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I can't tell, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible.
Liza, what's up? Good to see you.
What happened? No.
Lady Fist.
Nothing? Out here, they're not, yeah. We're good. No. So again, all this stuff happened this morning for the most part. I'm sure there's some Antifa around someplace. Thank you. Apparently for garbage. There's garbage over here. Yeah. Are you?
I gotta take my friend home, and I hate to go all the way back and drive back, but
Oh.
I gotta take her home.
Oh.
So I gotta go all the way back.
All the way back?
Yeah.
And you don't know if you're going to come back. See, once you make that drive, you're probably not. You're going to hit.
Well, no, I want to come back, but
Okay.
my husband, he's
Do I need to call him out on here?
yeah,
I won't.
tell him to get his butt down.
Stuart,
No, he's upset.
Get your butt down here, Stuart. Stuart Little, get your butt down here, man. You've been summoned by the wife. Get down here. Okay.
He's waiting for the sitter to show up.
Okay. So he might.
Well, he was going to go to Cowlitz with him, but now he's like,
Yeah, I think, aren't they going to try to occupy the Capitol?
we're here?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
That's the rumor that they're going to try to occupy.
So,
Cinnamon One said,
Saturn and Jupiter are out tonight.
We'll see if people occupy. I don't know.
No, I don't know, but
Mainstream, the lamestream media, they're gone. I don't see really them around anywhere.
Yeah, that does suck, Rock. What's up, man? Good
I'll
to
go
see
show you some of the damage from earlier this morning. What took place, what happened here at the Capitol.
That's
I know
right,
there's some
Cinnamon One.
Antifa around in the skirts, watching things like this. So let me go show you guys what happened this morning. I'll replay it. So you guys are just tuning in. You guys are, might get arrested going up here, but oh well. They're saying that we're not supposed to.
Cinnamon One said,
I think it's going to be clear here at Maverick Mafkettle.
So people did arrive this morning. When I got here this morning, people were up here. This whole grass area was filled. This grass area was filled. I walked up this way. I got here late, so I could only jump on Facebook. The whole grass area was filled. And people was out here at this door, this entryway. Over here, there's a door over here. So people was at this this door, this entryway up over here, and what my wife say? My wife says something. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to set up a fund for Jerry. So people was all out here in this area here, and right over here. Two guys just went in. They're taking down some poles. There was a tent with a couple monitors out here. So people was trying to get into the building because there was a meeting taking place here at the Capitol in Salem, Oregon, and the meeting was about the mask and about the budgets and just probably a variety of different things. Okay, so people want the state back open. they made it a closed meeting, which should be a place for the people to come to and listen to meetings if they want to, legislations and things like that. So they closed the doors. And state police were on the other side of these doors. Citizens were out here. Looks like there's some damage on the door here. May have been busted or something. Right there. Okay. Don't know what happened. But anyway, people were out here. I was streaming, so it's all on Facebook. Then there was a girl that tried to, this window was cracked open, so there was a girl that tried to go up into the window. Well, on the other side of the window and all through there was state troopers. So as she tried to go through the window, the state trooper had mace in her hand. So she's up there and they start pushing her out the window. Then there was an altercation going on here, kind of like at the same time when more troopers that came out. They did look like they were intimidated because there was a massive crowd out here. There's probably about 500 people at the time. While this was going on, someone says the other door is open. So me, myself, and a few others were like, what's the other door? Because people are trying to get in. They want to go into the meeting. They want to hear what's going on, voice their concerns and opinions. What's going on with the other door? So I turned the corner here, and there's, a gang of people out here. And you can see debris, not debris, but there's stuff left here. There's milk, and I'll explain that to you. I get up here, and this door is open. Okay, this door right up here is open. So as it's open, there's police troopers on the other side of the door. So within a matter of minutes, they start pushing people out the door. They start bear spraying people, macing people, and using pepper balls and shooting at people, right? And one of the things that they did was right here, they just drenched someone with mace. That's all mace. I can still smell it. It's all mace. They drenched someone. Someone was, and it was a girl. It was a girl that was holding this door open so that patriots could get inside, citizens could get inside. She was holding it open. So eventually they breached the door and got in. So as they got in, they went into there's like a room here, right? There's a room here. They went in, okay? Then there's some doors there. You can't really see because of the shadow and shades, but there's a room over there, a door, which is basically this room here, okay? And they filled it up completely with gas. So people was going in, trying to go in, because on others in this room right here, to the left, there's other doors that goes into the lobby of the chamber area.
What's up?
So the police at that time moved into riot squad. And so on the other side of those doors was the riot team waiting. This whole room right here was filled with gas. About an hour went by and the gas kind of cleared the room and the citizens were going in and out. But anybody who went in had to hold their breath or they were coming out coughing, so on and so forth. Again, it cleared out. More people went in. Police were on the other side of the door. The riot team called in more riot squad, and they also announced it unlawful assembly and said that anybody who is trespassing is going to be arrested.
Can't trespass in a public building.
I came out, and it wasn't like I was trying to escape. I walked out this door, and when I walked out this door, there was a line of riot guys walking up, all in their gear, walking up. And right as that was happening, the riot team that was inside the building opened up the doors to come into this room that I just showed you. There was only one patriot that I know of thus far that stood their ground and sat down and was forced arrest. He was sitting down, but again, we knew the order. Hey, it's called trespassing. You're going to be arrested. Okay, so did he know? Did he not know? Did he not care? Should we feel sorry for him? I'm saying he stood his ground. That's what we've been talking about. I'm saying he stood his ground. He sat down peacefully. He didn't fight the officers. Matter of fact, he got a pepper ball to the head and has a big old gash and a knot on his head. So anyway, he got arrested. These officers, the officers from inside, they came out this door to join the officers that were out here, and it went down. And if you go back to my Facebook page, you can see that they were, look at this. You can look at the mess. That's grenades that the state police threw, state police or Salem police. I don't know which one. I don't know which jurisdiction it was. It's smoke. Pepper balls all over the place.
Mary Beth, thank you so much for the like.
And maybe I might be saying the wrong thing. Maybe it wasn't pepper balls, but it was some sort of powder, white powder. It didn't necessarily like stink all the way, but it did make you cough. It did have a smell like powder, like baby powder. Johnson & Johnson, there you go. Johnson & Johnson, and I still smell it. So that took place. They moved people off the property, and that's where we're at this point right now. People are out in the street. Some people have blocked because they moved in the Battle Cat or whatever they're called, the big old artillery vehicles that are down the street, which you never see in Portland, which is interesting, but they bring them out here. Who? Did they? Just now? Okay, so four more people got arrested. They were on the door. I was just showing you guys a little bit ago, and they got arrested for banging on the door, and they came out and dragged them in and arrested them. But again, here we are, American citizens who pay for this. This is supposed to be the people's house, and it has not turned into the people's house. And the people are trying to make it their house. This is where rules are made, laws are made, and they're calling it tyranny, which I completely understand and agree with. There was one congressman, if he was a man from Roseburg, that came out and tried to talk to the people, but the problem is with that, you have the mixed emotions. Some people are wanting to listen. Some people are very passionate and saying, no, you still work with them. I'm not going to listen to you. You still work with Kate Brown. You're not against Kate Brown. But although he left the meeting this morning, he walked out. He walked out. He was actually inside the building in the meeting. He actually walked out when he saw the live feeds, such as mine and others, who were live streaming the police doing what they were doing to people out here voicing their opinion and concern and wanting to get back to work. He actually left the meeting. He ended up coming out and speaking to us. Some people wanted to hear him, some didn't. So,
Yeah.
oh,
They're orchestrating a plan.
interesting. Wow. This sounds like some things I'm familiar to hearing. No streamers, huh? Wow.
I checked airfares, $294 round trip.
I'm gonna spy.
All right.
Just move that a little bit.
Oops. Okay, here it was.
Big boy, what's up? All right, so they are coming up with a plan. No streamers allowed. Landon Jennings, thank you so much for the like, brother. Brofist. They are organizing, coming up with a plan.
Thank you.
Don't lose your cord.
Well, this will be interesting. I'm not telling no secrets. I mean, nothing to tell. Just watch. Just watch.
Man.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause I was so far.
Do they?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's going on now.
Well, I don't know what to do.
When you act like the elected officials act today, this is what happens. Eventually, when the problems, it's like an equation going on, how bad the problems are versus how crazy people are willing to act to see something happen. And when you're in the position to do something, and yeah, so anyway, I don't know if you see the formula, but... Alright, so there is a plan in action right now. I don't know what that plan is, but just watch.
Oh, so people are up in the windows looking. Still isn't a lot of people, really. I mean, there's only a handful, 40 people, 30 people.
Share this out, guys.
A lot less.
They have organized a plan.
Yeah, a lot of
Share
people are
this
still,
out.
Hesitating to come up here.
Hopefully.
People are saying, let us in our house. And there's people up here in the office buildings working. They're looking.
I don't see a COVID sign.
I'm not saying anything, but anybody got some rope?
Does anybody have a chain?
Just hit it there.
Really close to the building.
Oh, yeah. What do you need a chain for? All right. You guys got a knife? Break the window and cut the cord.
It's not right now. So people are wanting into their home, right? That's what people are wanting into their home. Baby, it's cold outside. I love Baby, It's Cold Out. Hey, that's a great Christmas song.
Everybody that's out here, take off the mask. Don't let them control you no more.
Underside,
mask mean nothing. Take this mask off. Guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm not getting
They're masked up for different reasons, not COVID. Control. No, they're not masked up.
So people are yelling, talking to people up there in the windows. There's people up there who are working in offices.
Like how these guys are, for everybody else that's wearing masks everywhere in the stores, take it off. It's not right.
Damn cover on it so we can't the goggles.
Hey.
So it looks like
workers,
they've got two scenes. Bubba, thank you so much for the like, bro. Bro fist, man.
Those aren't cops. Those are construction workers. Those are their construction sheds. This is turning into mob energy pretty quick. Turning into mob energy pretty quick.
That's who this cocksucker is!
People watching up in the windows there.
You need to understand who these fucks are! What Patriots? What 3%
there. Got the people with their nice jobs up there watching from the window. These senators
I don't even know where he fucking lives.
just watching us. There she is again.
Because I'm
Up
gonna
there.
negotiate with the people. Listen, because I was undercover one night gathering information from Patriots.
It'd be nice to have a cushy government job right now.
Understood with Eugene Boot Troop people. If you want that fucking rescue, stay the fuck with me.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
So you're going undercover and someone recognizes you. Let's get this situation handled now.
Yeah, basically.
So you having to be personally towards this guy just to say that he has.
I just see him pushing through the base too.
Yeah, here, that's easy to do. You get among you. That's easy
But
to
hey,
do.
if he was undercover though, wouldn't that explain why he was with them? Was that? But what I'm saying is that's what he is claiming. Let's try to find a resolution to this right here.
Listen, anybody that wants to have this fuck around them, I'm staying the fuck away, bro. All right? When they put your children's name on the internet.
No,
make
I
it
understand
in
why
your
you're upset. I'm not saying you don't have a reason to be upset, sir. I'm not. What I'm trying to say is like.
Deteriorating quickly here.
Let's figure out who
I
he
know
really
who
is.
he is. There ain't no doubt.
Oh wow.
Stop that!
Rainbow mask on.
Is that him?
There it is.
Who's got
All right.
It looks like he's the guy that had the rainbow mask on earlier.
Here they come.
It's now getting hot. They're breaking the doors.
They're shooting the pepper balls at him.
They're shooting pepper balls.
That's our building!
Shooting pepper balls at him. All right, well, there's your frenzy. There's your frenzy. Here it goes. This could get really spicy really quick, folks. Prepare to get chopped. Follow us over on Twitch. We're live over on Facebook.
Well done, aim good, is it?
Don't run out of ammo.
Actually, if you dress like you just cut the footage real quick.
Hey, Tony, I very much appreciate that share, brother.
The 40 round? Doesn't break your hand if you get hit with it.
Okay, they can afford to fix it.
Cats, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Brofist, very much appreciate you guys' support.
Jeremy.
Hey. Hey, there are dozens of cameras everywhere.
You've got more cameras on you.
Dr. Funky Man, what's up? Good to see you over on Twitch. Brofist, thank you.
Get the fuck out now!
With me?
Get out now!
I'm going.
Show them the way out. Don't attack.
Come on, guys.
I can't keep you in, but stay safe, guys.
You're welcome.
All right, here it goes. Here it goes.
The mind steadies. Said, man, I got a knot in my stomach.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. All right, this could get sticky really quick. I know I've been saying that for a while because it's a sticky pickle, sticky situation. I full well expect them to do a show of force now. Karma, hey, bro fist.
There are cameras everywhere. There has been filming all day long. If you didn't keep your face covered all day.
Super chat. Misunderstood.
If you didn't keep
hey
your
guys,
face
have
covered.
a Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. We very much appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys.
Hey!
The line steady.
You're with me, you're with me.
Hope this misunderstood. Thank you for the support.
We have fucking integrity. Cut that shit out. We have integrity.
All right, this is not looking good. Okay. Not looking good at all.
If you didn't come here with your face covered and you're choosing to do things that are against the law, you're making those choices. There are fucking cameras everywhere. If your face has not been covered all day, that's your choice. We are out here fighting for our Constitution, right? That includes the freedom of the press. So fuck any of you that are attacking people for filming.
I agree with everything you said, except the press, we've got to come to understand the press are not legit anymore. They are the fifth column against
The
us.
freedom of the press is the right to report. It's the right to the citizens.
Paula,
if they are doing
thank you so
things-
much for that,
If
Mike.
they are filming your license plates,
Thank you so much for the
push them
support,
out.
guys.
If they are just here filming, that is their constitutional right.
We can't assault anybody, absolutely. But we need to bring the press to
But
what
we want
they
them
are.
to, we want
need
everyone to
call
know who
them
they
what
are so they don't dox people.
Yeah.
Because
you know what's happening.
But also, there's mob energy doesn't mean bad. It just means the way a group gets together and they get frenzied. If you call somebody out in a mob, they will get beat up. Be careful when you do that.
All right. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Duh. Come on, man. It's like the more people that get around each other, the stupider we get. Hey, Mark, I really appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for that like. Oh, man. What are we missing? What are we missing? Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, you told us that earlier, bitch.
Anyone with children needs to bug out now. They broke a window, and now they've broken windows on a door. So, if the revolution is supposed to be some property damage, then I guess... Desert Viper, dude, what's up, bro fist? Good to see you.
What's funny is that the Antifa girl they just ran out and I grabbed. I walked up and a gentleman she knew came up and grabbed her. I saw him earlier and I saw his press pass. I saw him walking by and he wouldn't make eye contact when he was walking by, so I knew that guy was Antifa. And it turned out he was.
Yeah, Maverick, that's hilarious.
This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you will be subject to arrest.
Oh, that'd be a negative, good sir. Be a big negative on that. You gotta ask yourself, are you a subject?
That's a spicy one.
It's a very spicy Monday indeed.
Dude, they rammed that truck.
They rammed that truck out of the way.
They rammed the truck.
Wish I would have got that on video.
Declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
They rammed this truck here. It was literal.
Attention.
Lateral.
This is the Oregon State Police. This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
Straight up.
You guys know
Straight
what this
up,
is. You know what this is going to
Attention.
turn into.
This is the Oregon State Police. This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds
I think today is the day that we're going to see what happens when you F around and find out.
166025,
I don't want it.
conduct,
I don't want that.
164255.
I don't. But this is the group. If there was a group. Some regular old armed folks is the scariest thing the government could ever see. Just some regular folks. Pissed off and armed. Serious threat. Very serious threat. See, if you do anything to any one of these folks, it is a war. They're taking it very seriously. Yeah. Karen, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for the support, guys. They definitely, I don't think they want this out. What? People standing up for their rights? Oh my gosh. Feels like it's getting close to
really
go time.
Isn't doing anything because there's no numbers here.
Tiff was just saying that. What happens when both sides are against
Government
police?
agencies have way more.
What do you think?
Strategic ability than we do.
Sure does.
So.
Oh boy. Yes, indeed.
Charmed life lady said, I agree like at this point their way of life and providing for their families are threatened.
That's right.
What stinks about what's going on in America is that there's places all over the world right now having tens of thousands of people show up for unrest events like this, civil disobedience.
I've got a feeling reinforcements are on the way. 3 MRAPs now. Okay.
Stop hiding your face! This is America! You know what? We have rights as people, human beings.
Oh look, the soldiers are here. Oh, those aren't soldiers? Prove it.
You know why you're able to do that? You know why you're able to stand back there with your guns, sir? You have an army of people fighting for your freedom.
Charmed life lady said, funny how patriots mind their own business until you take away their ability to work.
Isn't that funny? Mason, thank you so much for the like. We very much appreciate the support, man.
Where is our mayor? Where is our leader? Why do they not stand with us? Where's Pete Brown? Where is Ted Wheeler? Where are they? They're not trying.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the share.
We want answers. Where are you? I have my This is America. We are God. You're just listening to
You gonna fucking murder me? You're probably too handcuffed. Do you like being fucking handcuffed? As a police officer?
Help us, man. We don't want to fight with you guys.
Is it intimidating?
In my opinion, that militarized uniform is absolutely sickening. There's always a point. The left has their radicals, the right has their radicals, the police have theirs.
With us or against us? What will it be? You're making your decision. You're going to stand with the people or against the people. Kate Brown is a terrorist. She should be tried for crimes against humanity. You have children also. Stand with the people. You guys know what's right. What's in your heart? In here.
I don't want to shame you guys, man.
You just followed orders. You realize that? They're just following orders. We stand by the box. You guys stand for what's right.
Is that what you think? I just need to get through so I can get my pension and say, fuck it. Fuck this country. Fuck everything it's here for. I'm just gonna do what I need to do. I know to the grindstone to go to work.
People are speaking and you won't keep going.
When Antifa and BLM was stood against you guys, we stood with you. Stand on that.
Yeah, so Tiff was saying that what breaks her heart is these are the people that back the blue. They clearly do not support us. You know who they support. Who gives them their orders. We've known that all summer. Salem, Oregon, guys. Patriots protesting council members. They weren't allowed to enter a meeting, and now we have freaking juggernauts. Nah, bullshit, man. One of them that looks so smirky, like, oh, he's on the right side. He's got all the state support. Nothing more corrosive to the morale of the people
Rosa over there
than militarizing its police. Wow. It's almost, it's you know, some views this is almost disgusting.
Is it nice not getting beat up when you're filming at somebody else's event?
Oh, here they come. Here comes the force, guys. Share us out, please. Please smash that share button, guys.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Check out our Twitch just in case the YouTube goes down.
I protected him.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that.
Hmm?
Your family should be down here too. So they already have their gas masks on, so the fact that I forgot mine at home.
We knew this was coming all summer.
Cinnamon said.
You guys sharing these streams? Are they getting restreamed? Is the news on focus on this? Popping off here in Salem, Oregon at the Capitol. If you guys don't know what's happening, there was a special legislation session for the budget in Oregon today, and the courthouse back behind us has been shut down due to I think I'm having a little bit of an ocular stroke. right now. My vision is a little weird right now. It hasn't happened in a couple years, but it just kind of makes my vision get weird. It kind of goes along with migraines. But it's going to get bad too.
Margaret, thank you so much.
The center of the field of vision is disappearing. It's a perfect time for this, isn't it? I think I haven't been eating enough vegetables and stuff lately. Anyways, we are at the Oregon State Capitol, Salem, Oregon.
Fun, please. What's
There's
up?
a special legislative session today of the representatives coming here. I don't know if it's the legislators come in here today, and those meetings are supposed to be witnessed by the public freely to enter the building. The state capitol has been closed for months because of COVID, and they would not let people come in to watch the meeting. They had TVs set up outside to watch, but people wanted to go inside, and they wouldn't let us. This morning, the Patriot crowd here, the citizen crowd here, stood against the police and tried to enter the building. They maced the building pretty bad. Stood for a little while, and then they pushed us out pretty hard eventually. It's been quiet since then. 20 minutes ago, they started breaking windows to the door of the building. 2 people did, trying to create an entrance to the building. They're basically just trying to make an event happen so that this will draw attention. So it's working.
Or against us. Please stand behind you when you do what's right. The police have a fucking job. Hope you fucking signed up today.
They ought to feel this big.
You guys, I believe that there's coming a time pretty soon where you guys are going to have to make a choice on whether to keep following orders or not.
Amen.
And if you would, there's a book called Ordinary Men. It's a book called Ordinary Men. If you read that, it describes a band of officers in Nazi Germany, just regular guys like you guys, that slowly started following orders to where they started executing women, pregnant women in the fields. Not saying that you're going to do that, but you are going to have to decide when you're going to disobey orders. We have a coup going on in this country, and this is the crowd that's been backing you for the last 8 months.
Doesn't matter.
You guys can't arrest people for going to
All
the
they
restaurants.
can think about is
you
their
can't arrest people for
pension.
going to church. You shouldn't be arresting us for trying to get into the building to watch that's our constitutional right in Oregon, to be in there. Just because
But
somebody
don't
creates
expect
a pandemic,
to talk them into being on your side.
That doesn't end the Constitution. But if you guys would, read the book Ordinary Men.
We wave the flag, the back blue flag. We understand the risk you guys take standing on the front lines of our community. But here it is. We fought defund the police. We fought defund the police. We have fought to stand with you guys, to stand behind you. But this, what's going on? Watch out! Watch out! What's happening right now?
Just a tree branch randomly fell. I thought they were starting to shoot stuff, but this tree branch just randomly fell.
Simple as a tree branch has got people.
Cinnamon One said, some of them might have allegiance.
If people are filming and they're not bothering anybody, it doesn't matter. They have a constitutional right to the freedom of press as well. If you don't want your picture taken, wear a mask.
Jerry, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for liking, man.
I stand for what's right. We're a couple. We have lost both of our jobs due to this, okay? Both of our jobs? Hey, Brown! Hey, Brown! Do what's right. Do what's right. Think about it. Do what's right. It's not what you're fucking told to do. Fighting legal. Do what's right.
No, I don't think there's a movie. It's just a book.
Hey, let's march, ladies and gentlemen, let's march. I can't hear. We can't hear because of Dave Brown. These have become the problems of Dave Brown.
Oh, if you guys have never had an ocular stroke before, it's kind of like your vision starts having a psychedelic journey. Like, right, it starts out black and white, It's starting to get full Technicolor. You can Google them on.
You're a liar.
The best thing that you can do is allow streamers into you guys' events. That's the best thing that you can do. Honestly, that's the best thing you can do.
I agree with that statement.
Well, then you need to say something. That's the best thing you can do.
That's not my place.
Well,
that's not my place.
So you want people here to help you?
No.
You don't want nobody to help you?
I understand that. Also, it's not my place. To be as press. I understand that. I want all press to be
They're
able to
friends,
freely
though.
record anywhere.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. They're friends, right?
Hold on. But as a person of the press,
will you condemn the violence of the far left right now? Will you condemn the violence of Antifa right now?
The violence of Antifa, there's just as much, if not
Will
more
you
violence
condemn the violence of Antifa? Will you condemn the person who stabbed me? Will you condemn the person who hit the head with a rock?
My place as a person of the press, right, is not
Don't play that. Don't play that. Honestly, don't play that.
No,
don't play that.
as much
I'm
as
not even. I mean, yeah, we all want to be pressed, right? We all want to.
I'm not playing the victim at all. I'm saying having a conversation
Hold
with
on.
folks who are attacking me
Hold
very
on.
calmly, because I'm not afraid.
Hold on.
I'm here to have a discussion.
Just talk to preacher.
I'll talk with all you guys.
Okay.
Wait, you're a preacher? I've never. Okay.
It's no big deal. All right.
Nice to meet you.
So we all want to be pressed,
Because
right?
we all hear all this shit online, but I don't like.
Okay, we all want to be pressed, right? We all want to have that, making that money and all that type of jazz or whatever, supporting our cause, right? We all want to. You're doing your thing.
Right.
Okay, we try to come over and film the same thing what you're doing here, but we get met with getting beat up, actually.
All I'm trying to say
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you.
All I'm saying is that's not in my control, and that's not my place.
But you keep saying, okay, whether you agree with it or not, they're still friends, just like I have friends here. It's my job to walk up to, like I'm doing right now, to come up and say, hey, let's not beat Rosa to a pulp.
I get what you're saying.
You can do that.
But here's the thing. I have friends in the group.
Yes.
People who I know.
Yep.
But there's such a vast majority of people there that if I talk to those friends, I'm like, yo, I didn't really like how they treated so and so or how this went down.
You'd be abolished from the movement.
I can't.
You would be abolished from your movement.
It's not in my place to do that.
It is in your place as a human being.
You're talking about my friends. I can tell my friends, and I have to like, dude, you see what happened with so and so? That was kind of fucked up. Like, I really don't think that's how that should have gone down. But at the same time, I wasn't there making decisions. I don't know the whole scope of it. So it's not my place to like to say anything. It's just my place to be like, I'm not participating in that kind of thing. That seemed kind of fucked up.
Why you say it's not your place to say anything, just as a human being?
I can say something to my friends, but it's not my place to go to the protest and then go and be like, hey, guys.
Scared.
No, because I'm not going to peacefully. Because people can protest however they want. Just like I'm not.
We'll move the vehicle. We've already moved them on the lower end. That is not in my purview.
Charmed Life Lady said, is that road freaking live?
Yeah, it is.
That's why we're at.
It is Charmed. Don't go nowhere, anybody. Don't go nowhere, everybody. I'll be right back, guys.
Off the street, we're gonna open it up so traffic can. You guys. Our fight wasn't with Salem PD. It's not. Our fight isn't with none of. So is that something that you think you can affect with this group if we back out and you guys get off the road? Yes, absolutely. I'll make it happen right now. We'll make it happen. I don't want to use force. We don't want to do any of that. We just want to be done with this piece. I got another question to ask you. You guys arrested a friend of mine named Ryan. Are you guys gonna release him? What's going on with that?
Yes. That's probably a stadium if he was inside the building. At some point, you gotta release. See me fucking little man. See me fucking knocking to the
What was he arrested for?
Hey, ratchet down a little bit, brother.
What was he arrested for, man? You sprayed us, you gassed us, you shot us with paintballs. We wasn't doing anything.
So let's now we're in peaceful communication, okay? So let's peacefully resolve this between a bunch of adults, okay? Okay. And we'll move off. You guys make sure your vehicles are off. You can have your demonstration. Be on the sidewalks, please. That's all that we ask is that you obey all the
Charmed Life
laws,
Lady
and then we'll
said,
move forward. So
tactical lining.
Can you tell us where Ryan was arrested?
That building over there are going to have to be removed because they are criminals. It's a criminal cartel. I know you're not going to get into discussion with me about that, but we're going to grow our movement all across this state. We're going to keep growing our movement because we are constitutional patriots and we are law-abiding citizens. And we're going to stand up for our rights. I know people's businesses have been destroyed because of this so-called pandemic, which is bullshit. Me and you both know that.
The thing that we all have to agree on, every side of this, okay, is that the First Amendment right to be out here and to discuss our issues and to talk about like we want change and everything else for any group that comes out here, okay, has to be done in a peaceful way. And that's the only way that it really gets heard.
Listen,
breaking laws and stuff like that doesn't do it.
Listen, that's correct up to a point. Up to a point.
So
We're supposed to be allowed to be in there to exercise that right. And you guys are upholding our...
What I'm going to do, I'm prepared. We have all engaged in a conversation that we're prepared to leave this street, not block the street, open up traffic, and you guys are prepared to remove your tents and get onto the sidewalks.
Okay, wait, hold on. Listen, realistically, it's going to take a little more than just saying that. We need some meat, man. We need something.
Yeah, as soon as we walk away, we're making movement towards that right now. Before I came out here, that was the movements we're trying to make. But we also have families, and we also have to be safe.
Yeah, man.
And we also are not going to turn our backs to some people that have already attacked and everything else. So I mean, there's no pointing fingers at this point. Let's just resolve this peacefully.
Why was Ryan arrested?
Okay.
Can you tell us what Ryan was charged with?
That would be great.
Hey,
so
sir,
if you guys can remove...
Can you tell us what Ryan was arrested for? What's his charges?
I don't know who that is. I don't know what the charges are.
Is there a way that someone can look?
Yeah, you can pull up the Marion County booking information. And
it will be public there?
It will be public.
Already?
Thank you, guys. All right, we're going to make our movements, okay?
Villain report. You guys better do the same for me when I get ran out of your event, right?
I got you.
All right.
They're all SWAT over there, waiting on standby. They had to go and tell these groups of kids to go somewhere else.
What's going on? And they march in as we're getting ready to leave anyways. They're like, victory!
Ocular stroke thing's super weird. It's just in my left eye now. My right eye's good. It's starting to slowly go away. So I saved that Antifa guy from an ass beating earlier. We'll see if that ever gets returned to me when I'm filming at an event. We'll see. Hello.
I appreciate you mentioning our constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Which I got made a point of giving this on the back of my first card.
Right on.
It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Phil, it means a lot to you, and I appreciate that.
So if I'm at an Antifa event and you see that same thing happen to me,
same shit.
yeah,
Same shit.
I'm villain report. So
I hate that. Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
Thank you. I walked 2 Antifa journalists out of the mob earlier. They were about to beat up this little petite girl. I think she's definitely Antifa, but she was just there filming. Like, all the rights for all the people. All the people. They're doing things to get people hurt, yeah, stop them. But if they're just there filming an event, I'm not an Antifa sympathizer. I hate how they treat people, and I hate the selfishness they do in attacking innocent people and destroying our society so that they can get what they want. But they're still humans, you guys. We can't dehumanize people. If we go down that road, that's what happens in every country when a conflict happens. They dehumanize each side, and then one side starts exterminating the other side. We can't do that. We can't do that. Most of Antifa are like young, just out of high school, mid-20s at the most of them. And they've had really messed up lives. Like, you're gonna get a better change in the world if you help those people and help them to see why what they're doing is wrong, and and help them find a way through life that finds them less pain without injecting their pain onto other people, then you're going to get from just going out and hating them and beating them up and demonizing them and dehumanizing them so that other people will beat them up. So I can't ban anybody because I'm using Streamlabs and I can't do it. So just so you guys know, I'm on a hard ban today. Not gonna soft, no warnings. If you get in here and you're targeting, harassing me, or people in my chat, you're threatening, you're talking about racist stuff, you're making conversations that are gonna get my stuff taken down, you're gonna get a quick ban. There are a lot of Antifa. I'm bringing pizza in. There are a lot of Antifa here, filming and photographing and streaming. It's starting to rain pretty hard, so that's super fun. Did not come prepared for rain today. Everything that's dividing our country today, ideas of racism, ideas of class inequality, wealth inequality, the ideas of rent oppression, all of that stuff, you guys, is straight out of the flat out, openly spoken communist plan. They come in and they divide a country in every different way they can. They try to take over healthcare so that you're reliant on the state for health. They try to make everybody into poverty so that you have to rely on the state for money and food and housing. They will come in and take over the school systems so they can indoctrinate your children. They will try to start race wars so that people just hate each other over petty little squabbles and think that you're in a tyrannical, racist state. It's ridiculous, you guys. All these little petty things that the country's fighting over, we've been divided. We have successfully been divided by an outside source. Got to make some movement for like that 9/11, 9/12, the United We Stand energy we had after the towers fell. Need to find a way to tap the country into that. I'm gonna go up here. What do you guys think? What do you guys think in chat? Let's see a poll. I go to an Antifa event and film. The same people that I help not get beat up do nothing or even take part in me getting beat up. What do you think? Yes or no? I get beat up, or they keep me from getting beat up? Antifa beats up their own people. A lot of them that have been on the ground for like months and months and months have been commenting on social media lately that they're getting threatened and harassed and targeted and beat up. I think even A-Rex was talking on there that she was in fear for her life because people were threatening her. Oh man, I should have stayed up there and got them leaving. That was dumb timing to walk away from that. You go have. I'm gonna find an Elmer's tonight and get a turkey dinner. I don't know if you guys are in the Pacific Northwest. I love Elmer's, such a good diner. But my favorite dinner meal there is a turkey dinner. It's really, really good. I'm gonna have that tonight. Get some vegetables in me. It's not very good. I haven't had one of those ocular stroke things in years. It's almost over right now, but that was like in the heat of it. The center of my field of vision disappeared, and all the outside of that started going psychedelic and geometric. Couldn't see people's faces. That was not good timing for that. Oh, sorry. Jake is over there reaming on Rosa. That's Omar Samari or whatever, I don't know his name. He's a big Twitter Tifa press.
Here's what you need to realize. If you guys did not burn, loot, riot, destroy buildings, but small businesses, and you did not attack
Can you
Patriots,
count how many businesses and buildings have been destroyed?
Almost all of Portland.
Almost all of Portland? Hold on. No, hold on. No, wait, I need to pause you there. I need to stop you there. Jake.
I'm not talking about recently.
No.
I'm talking about this thing.
No, but I need to stop you right there. You said almost all of Portland. How many buildings are there in Portland? Can I get someone to Wikipedia this?
I don't know.
How many thousands
Quite
of
a
buildings
few.
are in Portland?
Not a
I think
thousand.
maybe 6 or 7 of them have burned down.
What's up, folks?
And there's like thousands of buildings, like not even 1%.
You took one thing out of what I said. There's other.
How you doing?
Fucking tries. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. So there's other things that you
have
guys
you?
do though. You destroy
Well, thank you. I
small
appreciate
businesses
that.
in other ways.
Good
Breaking
to see you out
glass,
here.
Jumping in and I mean the Starbucks was one example, but I was actually.
Is that the Antifa or Black Lives Matter out of Seattle?
A Starbucks on fire.
Yeah. Okay, right on.
So you guys have been known
cool.
to do terrorist acts, and it's not just recently. If we go back 6 months, the real violence and the real destruction.
Golfing guns. What's up, brother?
Rebel. When you guys first started, that's when it was bad, and you can't deny that.
Rebel.
It was bad.
As I recall, there was one night
on this right now.
when
Jim says Steve needs to calm down. PT.
I have been
Look, I was at the first vigil that turned into the first riot.
PT News
But
Network.
at the end of the day, you guys call for violence.
Yeah, I thought you watched some more.
And honestly, we would stand with you guys. Here's the thing. This is what you need to realize. No, I mean, we would stand with you.
He's YouTube. He's a restreamer.
We're over this stuff.
You hear that? Wait.
And I can start naming people. You guys on film. I watched you. 2 or 3 different streamers filming you guys beating the shit out of an old lady, 65 plus.
Oh,
2 different times. 2 different times. And then you dumped paint on her, and it got in her fucking eye.
That wasn't even paint. That was a bucket of glue.
Recently arrested at the Red House. Was that you?
No, I don't think so. Do you see what I'm saying? You guys have a history. You have been known to do certain things.
Whenever you get a
you
group of
could
people
never
together-
side with someone like
Margaret,
that.
what's up?
And we want help for this kind of shit. Would you guys not love to fucking march in there and fucking take this bitch over?
No, we're not marching with you. That's all.
I mean I understand, but theoretically, if you guys wouldn't have done what you've done, we could have combined forces and taken this bitch over completely. Not this piss poor pussy show.
The thing is that.
But we can't ever go with you, ever.
But that's the thing. It's like a lot of the things that you're claiming that it's like an Antifa thing, right? It's the same thing that the Proud Boys and other patriot groups do when they get together. In DC, people were just literally getting assaulted. You were down there. You had to
Two Proud Boys got stabbed.
So,
Two Proud Boys got stabbed. Three Proud Boys got stabbed.
You have to understand.
Sent to the hospital with life-threatening.
If you show up for a street fight,
you have to understand is that that's not an issue with either Antifa or with patriot groups.
Let me ask you this.
That's an issue with
ask you
of
this.
people, because
you
in
want to know
every
the
group
difference?
of people, there's going to be a number of idiots in there.
Cowboys was
And
created
we're not even like that.
of
Not even like that, because there's those people.
attack
But there's also a number of
Antifa.
people that are just more inclined towards
I can
taking
agree.
violent acts.
I can agree.
No,
Both
and
sides are
Proud
violent.
Boys-
Here's the difference.
Proud Boys reacted
Here's
to
the
Antifa.
Exactly.
Proud Boys
That's
wasn't
the difference.
created to be Antifa. It was a reaction to Antifa.
Why did you guys show up?
In everything, all those groups, they literally have started, literally just to start these fucking.
I was around
movements.
doing this shit. I watched your guys' revolution fucking grow into the fucking shit show that it is today. I've been around since 2015 doing this fucking shit. You ain't fucking fooling me. Before the Proud Boys was fucking famous, back inside of 2017,
You guys have always
their
been
reaction
violent.
was to Antifa attacking Trump supporters at
Mm.
rallies.
Yes.
That is why they showed up.
Yes.
Berkeley, when they fucking had all the fucking riots there at Berkeley, it was Antifa attacking Trump supporters that wanted the reaction of the Proud Boys, who were originally a drinking club, to come out and say, hey, it's time to smash commies.
Mm.
It is.
Yeah.
You're laughing like
Here's
I'm
the
fucking.
difference.
You're laughing like this is a
Here's
fucking
the
joke. I'm
difference.
dead
Yeah,
serious.
man.
Here's the
We're over
difference.
where the police
So,
just
Patriots
evacuated.
show up. Proud Boys show up. Antifa
Are you
calls
try-
for
are you trying to
violence against us. They have flyers that go out online that they retweet. They
All
call for smashing our heads into the pavement. We never do that. Ever.
Will you condemn those actions?
Yeah.
I can pull up 10 of them on my
Will
phone
you
and have them
condemn-
see.
Will you
All right,
send
I'll
them
come
to me?
over there in a
You
minute.
condemn those
Send them
actions.
to me. I want to
Okay.
see that. I want to. I'm the kind of person. I'm not gonna put myself in an echo.
The
Send it
most
to me.
recent one was fucking Olympia. You guys called to come and smash our fash faces into the pavement. Quote unquote, in the fucking flyer. That is unacceptable.
What happened was
And if
someone
that's
got shot.
Because we're
Pat,
there.
Pat,
And
the
here's the
armored
best
vehicles.
part. Here's the best part.
Well,
So
it didn't
we're
work too
there
well.
for lights.
It did not work too well. It didn't block nothing. It actually got kind of booted and scooted out the way. A little love tap. That's what that is. Hey, you should be glad that they didn't like go T-bone.
Right?
Yeah.
They went for the
Yeah.
softest spot.
Yeah.
They knew they had to spin it because the back was going to be too heavy.
Yeah. Obviously, it still drives though.
Oh, yeah, it's good. Hey, I wouldn't have put it out there if I didn't put it out there. These are the risks we take.
The risk we take. So this happened to Jay. That's your truck, right? And you was willing to do that, huh? You put it all on the line. You talk about sacrifice.
That's freedom.
That's
bud.
freedom. You put it all on the line. You block the street. Hey, occupy, Patriot, occupy, whatever, and
Yeah, occupy the Capitol.
occupy the Capitol. And
Coming in and just.
Ain't nothing but a fender.
I had
They were set up, man. There's too many women and children here.
Which
We
I,
didn't want 'em coming in.
which I have to be honest, the Occupy Capitol, it didn't work. It was a flop. Maybe next time, Patriots. Maybe next time, but it was. I'm just saying. It's true. It was a flop. We tried. You know.
We need more Patriots.
That's what it is. You know, because there's a lot of people who are hesitant, a lot of people who are afraid, intimidated.
Patriots, we need more people willing to go to jail if that's what happened.
Right. And only one person was willing to go to jail, and I said I wasn't willing to. I did say that I wasn't willing to go to jail. I'm just gonna be honest. So.
Not before DC.
Yeah, right. Maybe after DC, after the inauguration, maybe. But not right now.
Love you.
And there was one person that sat down inside the building, and he went to jail, or they arrested him.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he gets out. What that's all about.
Nabbed a couple of
Oh yeah, and then they grabbed 4 other people on that side. So yeah.
I was afraid to walk too far out away from the crowd because I didn't want to get nabbed.
Yeah.
And I've been like that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get it.
I was in several places to be nabbed and it didn't happen. I got hit. Yeah.
Charmed Life Lady said, while you were gone, cops convinced them to take tents down to let traffic flow.
That's awesome. Okay. Thank you for filling me in.
Who? He may have. So, a lot has happened today, folks. A lot took place here. I mean, we've been out here since 8 o'clock this morning. What time is it? 2 o'clock. We've been out here for 6 hours. streaming 4 hours of it was on Facebook. That's where majority of like, I guess you want to say action or conflict was at. Police and state troopers, riot team, and American citizens, patriots, collided. There was arrests. There was bear mace that police just unloaded on some folks. There was pepper balls. A smoke grenade was launched from the police, a blue one. Never seen a blue one, except for. What's up? The blue one. Antifa wanted the blue one, huh?
They were wondering about it. They're like, a blue?
Yeah, it's for the Patriots. The blue's for the Patriots. So yeah, the blue smoke grenade. It was kind of a flop. It didn't really do much, but then there was also gas that was dispersed within the building because Patriots actually did get inside the door over there. And then other people started showing up, other streamers that people weren't familiar with, and so they were like, hey, stop streaming us, get away, no streamers, and whatever. I'm used to that. Give, whatever, back up, give the space, whatever, who cares? And then there are some Antifa streamers here. Who cares? I don't care.
We saw a cop risk his life to speak out, or risk his job to speak out. There was one in Illinois. He was like did that speech about his oath a couple weeks ago, and then Greg Anderson out of Seattle lost his job for speaking, telling the cops to start obeying their oaths.
When you look at Vernon Jones from Atlanta,
yeah,
he is brave. He is standing up. He's a Democrat, and he's coming back saying, "I got an oath to the Constitution. This is wrong." And I believe that every cop, every deputy, every state police, every DA, and that includes these idiots in L.A., Gascon, you oath breaker. And I believe, I think the cops are going to stand up. Think about this. Every police union backed President Trump.
Yeah.
They believe in the rule of order. We're not going to go mob mentality. And if Pantyfile wants to play a game, there's a lot of us veterans, Marines, Coast Guard, well, even the Coast Guard. No, yeah. People are starting to wake up. This isn't our battle yet. But are you going to D.C.?
I am.
I want to do a cross-country RV conservative convoy and all that shit with my RVs.
Right on.
So anybody that wants to do that, get in touch with somebody.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it, so I came up here, I drove up, and I saw everybody breaking up. I want to see the conservative preacher.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the Black Rebel.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet you, because I guess Steve and you were having a little tete-a-tete or something like that.
We have an intense relationship.
Oh, I can't imagine. Hey, Steve, thank you. You got me hooked on the live streaming. I like what you're doing. I've shopped around. I've watched Woke, with the 10 different screens. And what you guys are doing as streamers is critical.
Yeah.
And if you can get some of these idiots to not be talking through all of the stuff, you know what I'm saying, and let the people see what's going on. I came up, I want to assess it in person and provide one more body, because I think what happened in Huntington Beach last night, there's that group called Oreo Express.
Oh, yeah?
Have you met those guys?
No.
They're rocking it.
Yeah.
So you got the conservative black preacher over there, you got the Black Rebel there, and I'm the Jewish Nazi. I mean, that's how much it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm a conservative, and I've been called everything. So, hey, there's more of us than there are of them, and I'm gonna let you go, brother.
Right on. Hit me up on my DMs and let me know about your thing.
What's the DM?
What platform do you use? Do you use Twitter?
I'm trying to get off Facebook.
I'm still in the Facebook jail for a couple days.
Yeah, me too. That's why I said I'm done with
Are
this.
you in Twitter?
No.
Are you on Parler?
I'm trying to get to Parler.
Parler kind of sucks, but
yeah, it's hard to figure out.
There's also, you should check out the Phoenix Network.
Okay.
Is it Phoenix? I think it's Phoenix Social Network. Oh man, I'm so bad right now.
But anyways, I want to get in touch with you.
You check out the Vikings platform they
I want
put
to get
out.
in touch with you and some others, because I did some fun stuff, and it'd be fun to go do some logistical support and some other.
Yeah, just find me on one of those apps and then send me a message.
I don't care which side you're on. One of the things that I saw going on up in Seattle, and the same thing in Portland.
Tank,
now
what's
it
up,
went
brother?
from the
Brofist, man.
Black, trans, lives matter, and all these different causes. And I thought about this the other day, and I saw the indigenous cause.
Yeah.
And Native Americans and all that. Well, what are they saying right now? We want the land back from the government, right? And they want it. Well, who's going to take the land back and give it to the indigenous people? The same government that took it from them in the first place, right? Why don't we take the land back from the government and give it back to the people?
Yeah,
so all these people that are saying anti-fascist and indigenous, we're going to take the property back
That's not how you do it. We've got to make these representatives accountable. They aren't our leaders. You know, one of the things that pissed me off that made me come up was when they announced on that thing, all subjects must leave. We are not subjects.
Yeah, a lot of people got pissed off at that. They're blasting bullhorns over there. I got to go catch up on that.
Go get
okay?
'em, brother. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
A restaurant?
SWAT left. Apparently, the impression is if they leave, we leave.
The mind steaded. Said, hair tank oncoming, fist medium, light skin tone.
Telescope.
March across the bridge in Cowlitz for share this guy or something, calling up Cowlitz County.
So a lot of people are leaving. And people are starting to split up. That's about all the excitement for the day.
I think I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon, head home. Seems like a lot of the numbers disappeared after that. Energy's kind of tinkering down. Tired. Probably gonna have a headache now after that little eye thing. I'll stick around here for a few more hours. I'm gonna go up and bombard Sergio Amari. Is that his name? Amaris? Sergio. Try to get an interview from him. You're Sergio, right? Yeah. What's your last name?
Almost.
Almost?
Yeah.
Almost. I'm Villain Report. Are you Antifa?
No.
No?
I work for OPB.
You work for OPB? Yeah. But you do have like a really far left. Your journalism, from my seat, is pretty professional, as compared to a lot of. There's a construction Santa with the American flag over there. But you do have a really, really far left slant on everything, so it makes me.
I mean, they're mostly videos, right? I mean, I don't know.
But
slant videos.
well, your titles to them, how you label things, like when there's something violent, you'll word it as though it's not violent, or when something's clearly a group of Antifa, you'll call them protesters.
Yeah, I call everybody here protesters also.
Do you? I've never seen your coverage of Patriot events.
Yeah, I've been covering those too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I call them protesters.
Yeah. All right. I thought you were. Why did they let you film and march in their stuff so much then?
I don't know. I try to cover stuff left and right.
Yeah.
I think the simple thing that people get upset about is like, so if there's a.
I'm gonna put my thing to get better hearing.
If there's a protest, we don't say rioters like it's an AP thing. We say like there's a protest or whatever. It's just an AP style good.
Take it off. Yeah. See you later, man.
So if somebody throws a rock at someone, we say, hey, this person threw a rock at somebody. We don't say like, oh, attempted murder, because that's a crime. That's for the court and a judge to decide. We just describe the action. I know it's frustrating for people, but that's like AP guidelines.
Yeah. But when you do call something a protest that's not a protest, and it's an action.
So the police call it a riot. And
what about like a direct action?
Yeah, I mean, it's harder for people to understand direct action. That's like a protest term, so we'll probably just say protest.
Yeah.
But if there's a riot, we say police declared a riot.
How? I asked you. I didn't really feel like I got an answer. How? If you're not Antifa, how are you so easily accepted into those crowds and able to be allowed to film everything the way you are?
I don't know, man. You gotta ask them. I do my job kind of the same for both sides. I kind of just try to tell the story and.
Looks like we are going to have
I think
a
if
good
you're
view
looking
here.
at
Clear but cold. Daughter excited to see
you
also.
probably are blaming the messenger, but it's like we don't participate in the protests we cover, so yeah.
I didn't at first, but I mostly I can't watch violence happen, so I stopped violence. And then I also am lately getting pretty upset with the state, and I will give them a verbal lashing.
Yeah, you're probably best talking to protesters, not me, because we literally just try to show what's happening in a clear way. It's not on me to I don't protest. I don't protest on the things I cover.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look through your thing and see if I see it in a different light now. All right, thanks for talking, man.
Take care.
I 100% thought Sergio was Antifa. Still don't know, because they all say they're not Antifa when I ask them. So I'll have to look at his
That's
Twitter
right.
again later.
They all deny it.
Oh, now you've done it. My car and my cigarettes are way over there. And I remember when first time
He looks Maxter.
You Phoenix villain?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike Strickland.
Oh, hey, Mike, how you doing?
All right.
I've been like a hot mess lately. I still want to get an interview with you. Like we could do one kind of right now, but I want to get a good one with you, and thorough. But yeah, I've just been kind of chaotic lately. So if you guys don't know, this is Mike Strickland. He had a run-in with Antifa a couple years ago. He was doing a platform called Laughing at Liberals, where he would simply film the liberal protests and just let them act the way they want and show people how they were acting. And
I wasn't there to argue with anyone or try to instigate anything. I'm just like a fly on the wall, and I had filmed leftist events in and around Portland and Seattle for.
When's the first time that they seriously attacked you and you got hospitalized for that, right?
Now that was not
at a protest. Flip around to get that wind in my back.
That was not at a protest. That was a separate thing. That was a guy. His name was Sky Fitzgerald. He's this documentarian guy who we caught lying to a bunch of pro-gun people in this documentary he was working on.
All right.
And when we asked him about it, after he was caught lying, his response was to steal 2 cameras from me and body slam me on the pavement, basically shattering my arm, and go through multiple surgeries. Of course, it happened in Multnomah County, so charges were dropped on him. And I knew as the altercation was starting that if I lay so much as a pinky finger on him, who's a personal friend of the governor and several high-ranking politicians, I know I'd be the one going to jail. So I know I can't do anything to try to stop the guy. So that's how that happened. That was in 2015. And then the incident that I'm probably most known for was only a year later in summer of 2016. I was out filming a protest in downtown Portland. And you can go to my YouTube channel, Laughing at Liberals. You can see a bunch of the videos and all the fallout from the trial, because this is before all the riots, before violence was commonplace down there. This was the start of it all.
Yeah.
Because Antifa learned that they could attack whoever they wanted to in the streets by attacking me. And I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to avoid the conflict. They're still coming at me, and that's when I draw down on them. They all stopped at that moment when I drew. Thankfully, I didn't have to take the next step. So I reholstered after having the gun out for 7 seconds. Of course, I was a licensed CHL holder. I'd been through a bunch of the gun trainings and whatnot. And of course, my actions were solely in self-defense. But when the police finally showed up, I'm the one arrested. I'm the one hauled off to jail. The guys who attacked me are considered to be the innocent victims. My first-person video that shows the initial attack was immediately sealed evidence by the judge. The public was not allowed to see it.
What was sealed?
The first-person angle from my camera showed the initial attack.
Huh.
So the only thing the news showed was the 7 seconds where I have the gun out, because that's the only thing their cameras picked up.
Wow.
So now I look like the crazy guy, and again, I can go on for hours about this stuff. You guys can go to my YouTube channel, Laughing at Liberals, to see everything from the trial. I was denied all sorts of pretrial motions, which led to me basically being denied a jury trial. All sorts of due process errors throughout the thing. I was eventually found guilty of 21 counts after being attacked, trying to retreat, trying to avoid the conflict, not harming a fly, and acting in self-defense. 10 of those counts are felonies of unlawful use of a weapon, and then 10 misdemeanors of menacing and 1 count of disorderly conduct. The violent thugs who attacked me are considered to be the innocent victims, and I continue to fight my case all through the appeals, and it is now going to the federal Supreme Court.
Did you spend jail time?
Oh yeah.
How long were you in jail?
So the night that it all happened, after being transferred around through different cruisers and SUVs, I was finally booked into jail, and they booked me on 2 misdemeanor charges, 1 menacing and 1 disorderly conduct.
like with any other thing that I cover, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm here to film and observe, and, you know, I mean, I would say on it.
Well, no, I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking you a question. Do you think it's right?
I don't know. That's the thing, is I don't know. Because maybe...
Just a bystander on this?
I mean, well, no, I think there's any other protester action like I wasn't here for it, so I can't be like, oh, yeah, if I was here for the...
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Push some fucking cops back into that state building and you got in there.
Like, that just sounds dope to me. I can't say that doesn't sound dope.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Right?
But I don't know.
Can you imagine, though, if there was more of us, what could have really been done? We could have gotten into that fucking thing. I really do believe we could have. And those people are dictating our tax dollars and how we live our life. That's what that meeting was about. That's why we were there. That's why we did what we did.
They're looking for
One day everybody will see that we're all on the same side. We just don't support the same shit.
Well, partly the only thing that like more liberals and things like that, they like the whole mask stuff. They like masks. We don't like masks. We want to be free. All this whole,
I like your play carrier.
the whole, all this type of stuff. The liberals and the Democrats, they like the whole mask. We want the freedom.
You yourself are a capitalist.
Am I though?
Are you making money doing this? Off that, right?
I'm accepting donations, but I don't make money.
If you were
Come on.
I literally lose more money than I.
Okay, fine. That's fair enough. Okay, but you like fair enough. But would you like to make money?
Here's the thing.
Don't even. Come on, man. Really?
Linda, thank you so much for the PayPal donation. Thank you so much for the
In an
support.
economic system that was more geared towards socialism, I wouldn't have to worry about that. If
I'm gonna put that in the beer fund.
The fact that I'm living in a nation that's currently exercising capitalism, then yes, I will behave in a way that I need to survive under this system.
So
right?
you want an economy or a society where everybody's just helping everybody?
I would say that a society where everyone's helping everyone is a very beneficial thing. I've always said that it's not about like making government small by ripping things away, but by making government redundant. By having the community do so much for itself and for each other that it makes any kind of governmental need redundant.
Jeremy, thank you so much for the like, brother.
What you said is actually true. That's exactly what Jesus actually commanded us. Everyone came together, shared what they had, and nobody went without. There were no needs. So the problem
Jesus
is
was a socialist.
The problem he wasn't a forced socialist. So he said, give out of an abundance of what you have in your heart.
Yeah, which is also what I'm saying.
But so with that, if you want to say Jesus was a socialist, what about Paul and everybody who had their own businesses? They had their businesses. They were handymen.
Have a business.
What?
Just, socialism doesn't say that you can't have a business. It just is an economic system.
So if I have a business, if I work,
capital is not the biggest concern. So you could definitely have a system, for example, that's socialist in the sense that you can own your own businesses, but the price of goods for certain, is regulated in such a manner to make sure it's egalitarian for all of the population, and other laws of that nature, and still have businesses. Like there's lots of socialist countries that have businesses.
What that does though is it reduces the common denominator. So the bar gets brought really low, and nobody wants to work because everybody's being taken. But when we give out of an outpour of our heart, then we want to make more to give more, and then there isn't the issue with, well, that business is making more.
That's right, Zoe.
People they're helping too.
That last comment by Master Ninja was absolutely incorrect. That's going to be the only hope to help you against the NWO. It's Jesus.
The government putting guns in our face. It's about the government controlling and putting guns in the face of corporations, of giant corporations. No, but it's not. We've been trained to think like, hey, if you start an Amazon, you're gonna be like Jeff Bezos.
I want to be like Jeff. Hey, I do. I want to be. I ain't gonna lie.
But this is an illusion. It's like a false. It's a false thing where it's like 1 out of every million people get to that point.
Why?
Because the system systematically keeps everyone down. They let 1 out of a few come up. Yes. So if we were even to say, not like full socialism, right? But if we were even to say, a person and a corporation are different. Like you can't, a corporation, that's what I'm saying. If we even just made that change and said, corporations from now on will be different than a person. And if you're an owner of this, this corporation that you've created has to pay out a certain amount, because here's the thing, Amazon can't do anything without the warehouse workers. If all the warehouse workers stopped doing their thing, immediately Amazon would cease to be an enterprise. So they should be making as much of an equal piece of the pie as Jeff Bezos does. Because yes, what Jeff Bezos did was important. He started a website and he did this thing. But by now, for years and years now, it's been out of his hands. He's just the person who incepted it. But so wait, hold on. But hundreds of people, thousands of people have contributed to what Amazon now is. Thousands of people. They all deserve to have an equal piece of that pie. Because without those people, without their input, whoever designed the Amazon's new logo, whoever designed their website and their web interface, they are all contributing. And our society teaches, well, they got their salary for their piece of work, and Jeff Bezos deserves a big buck.
So I want to bring up something because
I'm saying is our system's
because you brought up Acts with Jesus. Jesus also said that if you don't work, you don't eat. Jesus also said if you don't work, you don't eat. So but if we're going to say what Jesus said if you don't work, you don't eat. He also said if you're going to talk about Acts, you got to keep in mind who Jesus was actually talking to in Acts. It wasn't the world. It was only the body of Christ, the body of followers. It wasn't the world. It was taking care of the church, the body.
Someone to take a portion of your donation.
Context.
You're too rich.
Context. But
here's the thing, though. I agree with
that. I agree with that.
And the reality is, I'd have to be so rich for anyone to be like, hey, Rose is so rich that we need to redistribute that.
What's your version of rich? What is rich?
That's the thing. Why does anybody need so much money that they'll never be able to spend it? Why do we need to hand that down to the next generation?
Looking at your gear thinking, you should share with me that you got some nice stuff, and I've been working to get stocked up, and
Sure,
I'm like,
but
I want that,
but you're putting it in a you and me thing, not in a systematic lens. It sounds ridiculous when you put it like that, but what I'm talking about is a systematic change. What I'm talking about is a systematic change.
So you still didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question. So
what's your question? I want to be rich.
Would you be okay with someone taking a portion of your check from streaming or your job? Well, they already do because of taxes. But I mean beyond that, would you feel comfortable with a normal citizen taking your wages to make them better off? Even though you're not rich, let's take the rich out of the fucking equation.
You can't take the rich out of the equation because that's the whole thing. Is that you can say that, but under a system like that, it wouldn't be normal people who are losing any money.
But you understand the rich are going to pay more in. Yeah, but that's the thing is they're going to still continue to be rich.
Are you guys aware that the minimum wage, if it rose at the same rate as productivity in the workplace, right? Which for years, up until the 80s, when Reagan got into office, was right next to each other, right? Productivity continued to rise, and the minimum wage stagnated. And if the minimum wage would have risen at the same time, we'd be at a $30 to $35 minimum wage. That's how much we should be making.
The problem with that is that the product price has not gone up.
But that's what I'm saying. More like if you run a country more as a socialistic and you have capitalistic enterprise,
to get the same amount of money.
No, because that's a lie. Because here's the thing, it's a vicious cycle. They say if we raise the minimum wage, the price of goods is going to go up, but it's not. If you raise the minimum wage, you could just lower the wage of your executives. But they refuse to do that. So instead, they raise the prices of goods.
This is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying pay CEOs less so you can have a $30 minimum wage.
I hear what you're saying, and it's been a long fought argument for years and years. People have been arguing. So I will again ask you, let's say your shit grows big. Let's say you go big. Okay, you become the new fucking Rosa News 8. Okay, let's just say you're the CEO. Would you want a socialist agenda?
I'll tell you what, I would gladly give like 10-20% of my revenue if I had everything I needed and I had plenty of food in the fridge. Yeah, I would gladly give a quarter of my income to make sure other people also had something.
After you attained all them ends.
So you're going to get quadruple the remember, for you to give 20% of your post-tax
Charmed Life Lady said, are they starting to understand? Divided we fall, untied we stand.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on it.
I'm going to tell you what happened. Okay? I love your view. I really do love your view because I do believe that people should be getting paid more. I think that corporations are definitely overreached and they make too much money. But here's the thing, you have to put yourself...
New like. Joanne, thank you so much for that like. Goodness gracious. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, we're going to take, we're going for the richest dude. We're taking all his money. But you take all that money away, it ain't going to us. It isn't going to us. I'm telling you, it's not. When they tax all that money...
But what I'm saying is that if we were in the system, that's what the money would be going to. That's why they would be taking that money. Which I get it, because we don't like to trust the government. We're like, why? That's my whole problem with socialism too, and that's something that I've had to philosophically think through. Is like any kind of socialist government that controls more of the economy and controls more of things. It's got its hands in more of the pies.
Which we already have too much control.
But here's the thing: it's part of that is because we've been trained about having governmental institutions that are so full of bureaucracy and are really the other.
Like the
if we focused on having a governmental system that was actually a community, because that's what this is supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be the most professional, most deeply foundationally rooted version of community, right?
No.
This is saying as a statehood, we're a community and we're going to organize together. But because of the way things run,
representatives from the community. Okay,
that's
it is
saying.
representatives from the community.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that
But
this is a representation of
it's
community.
become party.
Yes.
In fact, as far as I'm concerned,
And
party's
Trump's
over.
not party.
Party's over.
Trump is not.
Patriots.
Trump is not party. Trump is. He's not.
My thing.
He don't.
But here's the deal.
Just like I don't give a shit about the
Everybody on the
DNC.
left
Charmed
hates
life
the
lady
Republicans
said,
/ conservatives
people need to
more than
understand
they
the
love
difference
their
between
liberty.
social
And you guys
programs
say
for
that you're
people
not
that need help and forced
you say you're not
socialism
for,
with no
you say you're
option.
not for a big government, but you're voting for totalitarian government. You got the indigenous
What's up,
people
Smiles?
up in Washington,
Good to see you, man.
And you got in Portland with the West.
I agree,
Red
Charmed.
House. So they take over. And what's wrong? The government took the property from the indigenous people and put them on reservations. So we want the government to go take the property from the private people and give it back to the... It's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? We need to take the property from the government back to the people. These are representatives. They are not our rulers.
You said a lot there. I disagree with some of it, but I agree with the last statement that you made.
What do you disagree
And that was,
American muscle. Sorry to jump in.
So I want to focus on what I agree with, though. I want to focus on what we do agree on because that was my point initially. So
I can't hear you.
I want to focus on what we do agree on because that was my point initially with this. So that's what government's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the parent of our community. But instead, it's become a whole nother thing. Now, if we had a system, if we were able to break down, and this is why...
Let me ask you a question. Because we're having a good dialogue now.
We were, but I was responding to what you just said.
I just want to ask you a question. If I was to refer to you in anything that was offensive to you, would you stand here and talk with me? I have been referred to you as a Nazi, a fascist.
I would. A little bit. Yeah, they are. I know.
My mom just texted me. You look so cute. I said, you see me on Quixies? She said, no, I'm a preacher.
I support that, Mutt.
What's that? She saw you on my store?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she texted me.
No, she said no.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, here, go ahead.
Hi, Mom.
I had someone today come up.
Hey, Steve, thank you so much for the follow over on Instagram, man.
She was all giddy. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. They already know it. But I get it.
See, that's the deal. Is you can't recall high crimes and free.
Oh.
Okay, the goggles, the hat, everything's good.
What restaurant's open?
Pretty sure there's a liquor store.
We're making a citizen's arrest. These are the charges.
All right. This is all that's left, folks. So I'm gonna
it's about
clock off.
petered out. Well, I think we've come to the end of that one.
Reason, and there doesn't need to be laws around that, okay? But the right continually tries to push laws that affect other people, that affect my life directly.
Well,
And so, damn right, I'm gonna
might
go
be
out and I'm
logging
gonna
off
say,
soon.
I oppose that
I'm
law.
gonna grab
and
a
I want
bite to
different law.
eat and stream
If we were
Cyberpunk
able to-
2077 over on Twitch.
No, I'm not going to another point. I'm finishing this one. Hold on, Jake. Jake, don't.
Not
you
going
guys keep
anywhere
talking
right
over
now.
me, and I'm trying to be gracious,
here
but
in
it's
a
starting to
bit.
get kind of tiresome. Okay.
Gonna be
Fuck, and now I lost track.
streaming Cyberpunk 2077 episode 5.
If we would be able to agree that, look, these laws directly affect you, so we can push for those. Okay, these are important things for you folks who are not in the cities. These things are really important for us folks in the cities, and we come together
Discovery
instead of
Bay,
being
what's
like,
up,
well,
James?
no, I'm
Brofist, man.
100% pro-abortion. Like, no, dude,
Freedom
like,
isn't free. That's right. Construction of soul.
or pro-choice, or pro-life, or anything. If we just said, like, look, like, I'm sure there's people out here who identify as libertarians. You should be able to fucking get an abortion if you need one or want one. Doesn't mean you need to get an abortion, right?
So do you believe?
Yes, ma'am. I sure do, Margaret.
Me pay for the abortion. You're making me fund the abortion.
I understand that
It's
argument,
almost like
but do you
gender,
agree?
It's almost like sexual preference. I don't want to talk around the fact that I like chicks. I love women. I respect women. Okay? But I don't want to know what your sexual preference is, your sexual orientation. I don't need to know about that stuff. We have choice. And if you feel you have the choice to kill a child because you feel it's not an unborn child, I sure as hell don't want to pay for it. And I'm not going to necessarily fight and die for your right.
So how about all the children?
Here's the question for you. Why is it that the biggest, strongest, most rabid advocates of abortion are lesbians?
That's not even true, man. That's like,
yeah, it is.
that's a silly statement to make.
Militant. And it's become militant.
What? You guys are all like, what?
Hey, Rosa, listen, we're going to disagree on a lot of
That's
stuff.
fine.
One thing I want to do is I want to salute you because she has been out there busting ass.
Thank you.
And you've been covering stuff. You've probably been sprayed. You've probably been pepper-balled.
In D.C. I got
The fact
super
you came
stoked
out
in
here, I
D.C.
gotta give you some respect.
Thank you.
Yeah,
The fact you came out here, I'll give you
You
some
are a
respect.
trooper. I've seen you on camera. You know, I don't like when you spend more time showing your face than you do the people. I'm just kidding. But you know what you guys are doing? But this kind of dialogue, you
Doesn't text
realize
back.
what
What's
do
up?
we
Good to
agree
see
upon?
you.
I don't care
Hey,
what you do when you're doing the
Sister
thing.
Yeah.
But when I have to pay for it or I have to
So
teach my
let
children.
me ask you a follow-up to that. Do you agree then? Are you okay with paying for all the children who are murdered overseas by predator drones, or as collateral damage from the war? Because
that's a loaded question.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because we're paying trillions of dollars into the military-industrial complex that I would rather not have seen my tax dollars go to.
I'll tell you something.
Right? To go police other nations and murder brown people in all kinds of countries all around the world. I don't agree with it. Just like you don't want your money going towards abortions.
There's a difference between abortion and national defense. Now,
that's not national defense, so that's offense. Again and again, it's been proven to be offense.
Should we support Donald Trump pulling our military out of
Should we have liberated
Here's the thing with that. I feel, and lots of military folks who I follow, are saying that is much too quick of a withdrawal to the point where allegedly they're leaving stockpiles of weapons and munitions as well as vehicles because they can't afford to wait to have the assets come to to remove those big machinery.
Either way, to your point,
here's my thing.
I understand. No, I understand. And the pacifist in me, who doesn't want to see people get murdered all around the world, is like, fuck yeah. But also, the person who's just intelligent, and obviously, like, I'm not fully against being prepared for some shit.
The guy before Trump got
by design.
Oh, Obama was fucking horrible. Obama fucking droning people left and right. He murdered so many fucking people of color. He murdered so many people in general. I'm not gonna sit here and be like Obama fangirl on it. For sure. That's not me. That's not me. Fuck Biden. Fuck Obama. You know what I mean? Fuck Trump. Two for three. Two for three.
That's the thing. Let me ask you one question. What is a greater threat right now? The civil strife that we have between left and right, blue versus red. Let me ask you a question. You're sitting in the stadium and you're voting for the blue team, and I'm rooting for the red team.
I don't know if I'm on the blue team.
I'm just saying.
Well, they're on your team.
People that are watching, there's a lot of people watching.
I'm a little bit further left than blue.
If you don't back them, they back
Wake up
you.
America, yeet, you know what I mean? Those people are out there. And let me ask you, you're watching a football game and it's blue versus red.
Yeah.
Okay? Now Red's kicking.
Army Navy.
Army Navy, but let's say blue red because that's American.
Okay, sorry.
There's blue and there's red.
sorry.
You know, we'll just,
I'm ruining your metaphor.
And the red is running up and down in the field. Running up and down the field. There's a little halftime break. You're going into the fourth quarter. Red is kicking the crap out of the blue team. At the 2-minute warning, all the power goes out. Everybody regroups. The switchboard or the scoreboard comes back on, and now all of a sudden, blue is beating red. And they call the game. What do? What do
Are you talking about the election right now, bro?
All those fans, I want to know about the You were sitting in the fans, and
you know how counting
works? You find
works?
out later that the referees. You find out later the referees were either bought off or scared. The referees being the Supreme
Okay,
Court.
but here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though.
I'm just
there's
saying,
been lots of lawsuits, but they've all been thrown out. Like,
no, they haven't been thrown out. Those are different. No, don't worry. No, don't believe
Texas
that.
just got thrown out.
Do not believe that's not being thrown out. Do not believe
That's not the actual lawsuit. That was a pre-suit.
Special prosecutor with full federal power to subpoena and prosecute.
Mark my
You
words.
guys are gonna lose it. And what happened this afternoon is going to be nothing compared to what happens in a week.
And mark my
because
words.
all 7 of those machines are going to be impounded in all 7 states. The votes, the ballots, the machines.
Absolutely.
It's
See,
all
you guys
going to
have
happen.
also been told lies, and you have been deceived as well.
I'm going to give you the answer. What
you don't even know it. That's the worst part, is because the liberal mainstream media has had you so ass backwards and turned around that you really think Joe Biden won. That's how fucking pathetic this is. That's how bad it's gotten.
Here's the deal.
We don't even know who's won.
Here's the deal.
We don't even know if Trump won.
Remember when
That's
I
how
was talking
fucked
about?
up this is.
One thing to understand, if it was a legal issue, you'd use that leg of the stool, which is the Supreme Court. Okay? That was broke. We already realized that. If it was a political issue, there's the legislatures at this point. We know that's broken in the states. Maybe they'll fix it at Congress up in D.C. Then there's the third leg of the stool, which is the executive branch to enforce the laws of the United States.
Yeah.
There are laws for treason, espionage, insurrection, and all those things.
Right.
What is happening if people are calling for civil war and all that stuff? The only option that's going to be available left is going to be executive action based on laws that have been broken, espionage, treason, and all that. Now, do you guys going to say martial law? No, it's not going to require that. But that's going to be the only thing that's going to happen. So you can talk about court cases being thrown out, but you know what? You don't go to Dallas and go into a bar and say to the bar, hey, who should we award these points to? The Dallas Cowboys or the Washington Redskins? Oops. Did I get banned?
No.
Can I get banned?
I'm curious to what I forgot that they're called the fucking Washington football team.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I love I live out in
That's cute.
I didn't come prepared with like a list of that. I'm pretty
Man.
But I mean, a big one that stands out to me is, for example, he did an
All
executive
this
order
drama.
that allowed EMTs and other medical professionals
Drama
to
llama.
not care based on gender. So, for example, I get shot out at a protest or something tonight by somebody. Maybe it hits me in the plate, but I'm on the ground. I need attention. An EMT can be like, "Oh, let me help her." Oh, it's a him, and be like, "Nope," and deny me care. And that's legal now. So those things, those are the things.
So you believe that people that are EMTs, people that are first responders, if you're laying on the ground bleeding out,
I don't know, but I'm not going to leave it up to that. It's like,
All right,
it's
guys.
like, it's like I say, hey, do you think?
We
well, I
are,
know because it doesn't affect your community, so you guys don't.
Tiff and I are going to be paying attention, keeping our ears on the ground, seeing if anything else is going to pop off. If we do, we're going to go live, so be sure to subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Go over to Twitch and follow us. Here in a bit, I'm going to go live and play some Cyberpunk 2077 over there. Other than that, guys, follow us over on Instagram, Parler. You can email us at, let's see, what is it? Unspecified podcast email at gmail.com. If you need to get in touch with us, you can find us over on Facebook as well. Much love, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, this afternoon. Stay vigilant. Much love. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Bro fist.
For sure. Yeah, let's get some more permits going.
We don't want to be told, you know, we're just sick of being told.
And you know what, I think...
And there's a big difference between how people live in the city and the mindset of somebody that lives in the city and somebody else that lives in the city live on top of each other. Okay? That requires more rules so we don't piss each other off and have bad shit.
For real, can't be playing guitar at 3 in the morning. Sorry, neighbor.
Out in the rural areas,
Now you got your nogs on and target shooting and shit. So, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Like, if our political right reflected that, and that was what I was talking about earlier. If we were able to say, like, look, these laws really matter.